Hello and welcome to the Stretch Run Show. This weekend, the weekend after the Breeders' Cup, kind of a little quieter this weekend, but we do have some stakes races the guys covered on Thursday night that we will go through today, along with a few other races in between. Thank you for joining everybody. Alan, Scott, Bluegrass Dan, guest Kevin, we're on. We were a little late, little technical difficulties today with a few things, but I am joined today by the Oldie Capper, Michael Oldham, and by Justin Sampson. Justin, how are you doing this fine Saturday afternoon?
I'm doing good. I liked some of those races yesterday, Oldie. Love Appeals won at 7-1, right? And we had a good preview show yesterday. We'll see if we can continue it today. We got about 2 minutes to post at Aqueduct. Oldie, you're playing a pick 5 here, so I'll let you jump in because we got about a minute to post.
All right. So I thought this first flag, was pretty wide open. There was nothing I really loved here. I didn't have a feeling for it. So I spread here with the 2, 4, 6, 7, and 11.
I was hoping the 7 we get a little better price, but I'm with you. I'll let you keep going. I didn't really have a big opinion either. Here, I thought maybe the 4 or 7 looked like co-favorites were the picks, but I agree with you, Oldie. It's a tough sequence, so I wish you luck. But keep going. They will.
And then in the 7 furlong race, I was just 2, 6, 9 here. I had a little interest in the 1, but the GSR is not great.
Katie's riding the 1. I'm surprised you didn't use the 1.
I used it in my pick 4, but not my pick 5.
Okay. I see there
so the X is there, but I didn't love the GSR on that horse, and the cut back to 7 furlongs. But I think the 9 has a good shot. The 2 could get away on the front end, and the 6 has IRAD aboard, so and is a high win percentage, so that's why I went that way. And then I went with with mostly our weekend preview show horses in the next, which was the 4, 5, 9, and 10. And then I went with my single here, which was the 2 integration, and my top long shot in the sequence, the 1 on the front end here, Curbstone. So, that was kind of the way I designed that. And then in the last, the 10 was a single for me until the 15 came in. For Dutrow, big GSR, dropping from maiden special weight. And, it was the top pick before scratches. The fact that the 15 came in as the top pick after scratches made me stand up and take some attention here. So I added the 15 here, ended up at 120. Reminder for those of you who use NYRA bets, there's a $10,000 hit 'em and split 'em at Aqueduct and Woodbine at 5,000 each for the late pick 5.
Okay.
Yeah, late pick 5s at Aqueduct and Woodbine 5,000 each. So
we talked in Matt Miller. Good to see you, buddy. I love you, Matt. I think we talked about integration of race 9, so I see you used 2 there. I just thought that the sequences, many of these races were very difficult. So I wish you luck. They're loading. I will pull up the sound here. You have 2, 4, 6, 7, 11. Oldie, is that what I see?
Yeah. So the 8 will probably win.
Don't jinx yourself.
Well,
Sylvan, welcome. Willie, good to see you. Everybody else in the chat, Gary, Bob, Alan, Scott, Bluegrass, Dan, and Kevin.
Yep, we got a pretty full house here. Matt apparently is not taking a nap. He said he would tune in if he was awake. So
all set. And they're off.
7 kind of got smashed.
That early speed, light out of the chute and is in front.
but doesn't typically have early speed either.
Yeah. I thought you I thought the 12 actually might have a shot here. You didn't use, I know, Oldie, but
There was a reason. I can't remember what it was. So I'd have to go back and look. But
did you see anybody in the video there? They have trailers with advertising signs on them in the infield. Did you see that? We'll have to...
Yeah, I did not. No.
Right there in the first turn, there was like 3 trailers with 3 signs on them.
Life and Light is the target. Barnstorming watch the action here from second at the rail. That's Omni King, who's now taking a shared third with Mr. Mendelson. Just behind them, shoved along a Scat to Tap, is in that challenging 5th spot. It's towards the outside here of Kick a Buck in between horses.
That's good info.
Yeah, I've done that before too, Matt. It's very smart. Yes, that's a great point. This 5 could be dangerous, man. Here comes your 2.
They just left him alone.
But that's what happens.
They do that a lot in New York.
I know, it drives me.
2 gonna get up though. Well, even though the favorite, that helps you, Oldie.
That was a.
Yeah. Oh, that's good to hear, Willie. Good to know. Well, the 2 horse gets home there. Only your ticket survives. The 5 nearly blew up the board.
Yeah.
Very close. Nice exacta if you had the 5 too.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a top 2 pace numbers exacta.
Well, we talk a lot about that in New York, right? Where they let these jockeys sometimes just get loose on the lead. And Elliott did a great job there, nearly wired the field.
Almost. All right.
So we're going Gulfstream next?
Gulfstream Park, race number 5, maiden special weight, Billy's 2-year-olds up.
5 furlongs on the turf. You have what looks like a significant pace advantage on a Saffy Joseph horse. Bad GSR though.
Yeah, that horse, I don't know if it wants turf, Oldie. That'd be my biggest concern.
But I guess the question would be who does. And maybe it's the one.
The one in the 6.
I mean, they're both huge long shots though.
I know, that's the point. That's where I'm going. I'm on the Bombers in this race. The 1 or the 6 for me, but keep going.
What about the Cassie horse, the 7?
Yeah, I mean, it's Jaramillo. Nice work, good GSR. I think as a firster, I believe I was 6 on top over 1-7. I think it's a tough race. I was really trying to go against Matty R. Didn't love the favorite, thankfully, either. Did win or did run well, second last out. GSR drops though on the move to turf, but kind of a rough race. I think the 2 or 9 have a shot, but to me, I would be trying to get around those favorites though. With to your point, the 7, maybe the 1 or the 6.
Yeah, but it depends how you want to play this. So I might play this with
When you
the
look at
2
the
and
one,
7 on top.
Oldie, when you look at the one, if you go 3 back when that horse sprinted, it was an 11 horse field and in a 48 maiden claimer. So it does step up in class here to maiden special weight, but it ran second. And I mean, and then didn't run last out really at 7.5, but 7.5 is a very tricky distance at Gulfstream Park. It's so
It's the,
two
it's the
turn.
full over. The full oval is 7.5.
It's 2 turns. Yeah, it's 2
Yeah,
turns.
no, I know, but it's tricky. You know what I mean? So in my perspective on the one is you're getting 9% at 23 to 1. I mean, that's value all day. I don't like the 2 oldie. I do think thankfully he's a deserving favorite, currently 2 to 1. But yeah, I thought the 6 had a shot though too, unshakable. Morelos rides, it's did run well versus easier. So, in a 44 and then ran well in a 10 horse field on the rail and then ran in a 12 horse field at Gulfstream on the synthetic, but gets back now to the turf, which is what this horse wants to do. So I would love to see the 6 or 1 beat the 9 and 2.
So I'm using the 2 and 7 on top here, and I'm playing a try. Let me get this set up here. There, I do not have the 3.
You're using the 2 and 6 or 2 and 7?
2 and 7. I'll fix it in a second. Sorry.
He probably should just leave it like that, Chris, because when he takes my 6 out, it's gonna win. But that's okay. That's okay.
And watch out for, I think Paco on the 5 could finish in the money. That's a nice work on synthetic. Barbosa's a decent first-time starter trainer.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Catherine. Willie's crushing already.
Jay said the race sim had that one.
Well,
Yeah,
we could watch the race sim while we're waiting for them to get to the gate here.
Yeah, they're still dawdling along.
Well, is this the start of the? No, I think there's one more race before the start of the Rainbow Six.
Are you playing the Rainbow today?
No.
Okay.
It's not mandatory. It's really not a good play unless you have the single ticket. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the program. Boy, they are just back to just post dragging forever. It's never mandatory. You're right. You're right, Matt. It is. It's never mandatory. All right.
So at Woodbine, this 6 Clearwater Beach, the trainer's over 34 with second-time starters. But that was the top pick. But you're getting on the second pick, you're getting 12 to 1 right now.
Willie, you've started the day well, brother. Well done, man. That's a nice trifecta, dude.
All right, they're getting ready to load. I'm going to get the race up. They're determined to go off at the same time as Woodbine.
As they start to load for race 5.
Pete Aiello is still on vacation.
No Pete in his Aiello.
Kamari and Gashaki, the first couple to load.
What's going on, Al?
Something simple.
Good to see you, Al.
And Maddie R.
Welcome, Al. Catherine.
Yep. Good luck, everybody.
comes
all counting on
Thankfully,
you.
to be followed by In All Probability.
Eventually, Lee, we're going to pivot to
Also stepping up, Boombox
Woodbine.
Betty, the gray.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, that horse is kicking.
All right, you have the 2 and 7, only I have the 1 and 6, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I mean, 5 is a pretty great horse for sure. And they must be like just somebody must have the Woodbine
And here comes the other gray,
monitor up and
Tremenda.
spin them around again.
Two more left to load. Unshakable and Honor Her.
It goes Justin's 6 horse.
Nope.
Almost.
We might have to play who will who will go off first roulette again.
They're still
Yeah.
working with Unshakable.
We need a wheel to spin for that.
A wheel would be good. You guys watched all the Ben Herbstreit tribute videos?
Try loading without the
No.
rider. The rider will join in
No.
the gate.
Kirk Herbstreit and his dog Ben.
Still waiting patiently.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Honor Her.
The dog has been coming around with him on the shows for like 3 or 4 years. And
Getting ready for race
he had
5.
cancer. They had to let him go. All right, do tell, Matt. Let us know what it
And
is.
they're off and running. One of the slowest away out wide, Thankfully. One of the quickest away, Maddie R. Also showing some early speed there as they race in this opening furlong, La Tremenda, and also In All Probability as they make their way now heading toward the far turn. It's Maddie R. who has the lead over In All Probability. Then it's about a length back to the outside to Kamari. Unshakable is next. 2 lengths further back now to Thankfully.
Oh, that's no good. Let's just get shuffled back.
Well,
Yeah.
the 3 slammed. Was off the rail and then slammed down to the rail.
Yeah, I
Made
saw.
the 6 put the brakes
and
on.
3/5 seconds. The trailers in the field, including Something Simple and Honor Her and Boombox Betty. They come through the lead.
Flying.
Maddie R, the one to catch, trying to close in. Unshakable toward the inside, making up some ground. Coming down to the wire, it's Maddie R with the lead. Unshakable toward the
Get up.
inside. Close finish. Maddie R.
Nope.
Unshakable.
No, that's no boom. The
Third.
6
That's a
much.
boom.
The
That's
6
a boom.
much best, and that 3 horse checked it
5-2.
back and cost it like 3 lengths.
I know. That's why it was a boom. It's a nice price in second there.
Did you hit the try?
Yeah. The one that I put up on the screen.
Where did it finish?
269.
269.
So your
I
6
used-
got that down late.
I used one horse in my pick 3, and it was the 6.
In a 1 horse open sleigh.
I'm happy to play poker with you, Matt. Anytime. You want to come
My
down
God, that was brutal.
where the weather is warm?
I mean, that 3 definitely cost your 6 the
Close
race.
finish
There's
for
no
man
doubt
between
about
number
it.
2, Maddie R, number 6, Unshakable. Results coming up momentarily.
Okay, the Woodbine race went off, so that puts
Look
us.
at that. The 6 was actually ahead multiple times there, and still got destroyed. And my gosh, that having a day like that for racing just tells you to stop playing.
Or you could do what I would do and continually lose photo finishes like that in the same day.
Yeah, Howard and I have talked, Matt. I know you're a maniac. All right, let's get over to Churchill, Oldie. Let me get you back up on the screen. They'll be going off here in a few minutes.
It wasn't a big fan of this race. For a
There's an,
100K claimer, I thought it was a pretty crappy race.
there's an objection on the 9.
I did not have the 3. The objection's on the 9, not on the 3.
It says OBJ, so Odell Beckham Jr.
Who
on
did the 9? Well, maybe I won't hit the track.
Then the nine broke slow and then destroyed everybody behind because it wanted to get over.
Mhm.
So the 3 though should also, they might as well just put the 11 up for third because
the backstretch. Please hold.
it was well before that.
The inquiry
Yeah.
and objection concerns.
The 9 gonna get taken down.
9, thankfully.
The 3 should get taken down too, but the problem is the 6 still got second, so it doesn't matter.
Third place finisher here in race 5. Hold all tickets.
All right.
So, like I said, not a big fan of the Churchill race.
Okay.
We can definitely look at it. I don't know, Justin, if you have an opinion on this race. But
no, it's one of many today that is just not good.
There you go. Catherine, I think, said it best.
I wouldn't spend your 100,000.
We have an 0 for 15 and 0 for 13. Nobody's ever won at 7 furlongs. If I had to pick a horse, I'd just take the 1 because it's the top GSR and I get 21 to 1. So that's my entertainment play. I'm taking the 1.
All right, let's go to Laurel then because we can actually show the Laurel race.
All right. So the Laurel race, you have the 6 who was 9 to 5 on the morning lines and overlay right now at 9 to 2 and wins the race. Got some rock and roll in the background there. Some sounds like Gloria Estefan maybe. But I think the 6 may have a shot to upset this Brittany Russell 2 here, who's 3 to 5. Definitely needs the lead. Probably fast enough to get it, but this 3's here as well. And if this 3 gets the lead, I'm not sure what the 2 will do in that situation. And they could also go too fast. Together, maybe a 6-7 exacta if you want to play against the favorite. Thoughts, guys? You're muted, Justin.
This is just not a great one. I thought that this was really wide open, Oldie. When I looked at it, obviously the 4 horse I didn't think could win, but I think the 6 has a shot, not really taking money. It does win the race then. The 2 is obviously the other player, and then in my opinion, the 1. So, I think the 1 horse obviously has the best value is the long shot, but you look at Days won 2 in a row, the 2 horse, and then you look at Caprice has won 3 of 4, both racing really well. I think the 3 oldie gets back to 6 furlongs and off the sprint or the 6, off of the 8 furlongs. So I saw this as 6 ultimately to beat the big favorite, the 2. But outside that, just not a ton of value. I do think the 1 could run an okay race though at currently 12 to 1. But I had the 6 over the 2.
Saying look at the wheel pace in this race might change your views a bit. No change at Gulfstream.
Yeah, I'll take it.
God, that's just terrible. Like no more comments.
All right, so Matt says to look at the double pool. Probables, not wheel pace. Yes, well, not probables, wheel pace. Okay.
Yeah, look at the wheel pace.
For the double?
for anything. Anything that ends here.
I mean, the 6 is the favorite in
Yeah.
the doubles.
I mean, you're
The
getting
3.
the 2's taking all the money at 3 to 5, but I like the 6 better than the 2. There's a lot
But
of
I
money
think,
on the 2.
I think
though.
the 6 will end up the favorite. Only
He's telling you all of them.
$1,600 right now
All
in the. Yeah, all of them point to the 6. You're right, Matt. And only $1,600 in the double pool right now.
At probably 1,200 of Matt's.
I don't think he would place a bet to win $200 or $300 if he cleared the whole pool.
No, probably not.
I think, as the book would say, there's a better way of thinking to that.
Uh-huh.
All right, so let's look at a double here.
All right, you got 6 minutes to post here.
Maybe not.
So you got plenty of time. They're showing replays here. Aqueduct race 7 comes up shortly thereafter at 2:40 p.m. race 7.
All right, so Paper Mansion looks like the big favorite in the next. The 7. There is other pace there. So if Paper Mansion doesn't win, who wins that race? I don't think it's the 11. I think if they go too fast, that horse is going to be too close. So let's see what we got here. Maybe the 2. We should be running late as the other option there. See what the race sim has to say. So it has 2, 11, 7. I think it's just 2 and 7. Let's see about this 10. I mean, the 10's not impossible either. So if I was looking at a 6, let's toss either the 2 or the 7 and use the 10. Or Dutch there. But so I would do something like, let's say, let's look at our probables here. Six two is playing 19 to 1, 6-7, 14 to 1, 6-10, 21 to 1. So they were all pretty close. I don't know if it's worth dutching in the small pool. Any thoughts, Justin, on on a double here, maybe?
I actually, no. to quickly answer your question, I actually did not look at race 8. I did look at race 7 and 9, but since we have a few minutes, I'm multitasking. I'm not really a fan of. I do think the 2 has a shot, maybe, but I don't like the price. I'm not really a fan of the 7 though, so I definitely would be against the 7, and I think that was the route you were trying to go. The problem is I can kind of make a case for a handful of some of these others. Live, Luff, and Laughter. I mean, one of 58, kind of off the pace, and did run really well last out in the 60s. So, I mean, this horse fits for Trombetta. Again, I have to work out a trip from that post, but I think, should be okay. Ruda, probably not for me, the 3 horse. Did win 2 back, like you can see there in a 58, but has run some good races, but really doesn't get up to win. So I'd probably be looking more at the 11 at
Did
the
you look
moment.
at the 10 at all?
No, I will. So, the 5 is dropping, I think fits. That horse won 3 in a row for Trombetta. So Trombetta got the 11 and the 5. Ruiz ride the 5. But not, that's a good GSR. Both of them do. So, in the 11 is the second pick. I actually just saw that. So, and then I'd probably pass on the 12, just not getting there versus easier. The 10, I think, Oldie, is, the biggest concern is why did not win that race at Delaware last out, but maybe it was too close to the pace, right?
Yeah.
So, Centino probably going to give that horse a really good trip at 9%. I'm with you there. I do like the 10 actually. So, would definitely be looking kind of at the. I'd probably have you playing the 6 here in the first leg of the double.
Yeah.
I'd probably also add the 1 just because it's such a in the first leg, not obviously not here.
Yeah, no.
But
That horse.
yeah, I like your 10. I think that horse says I also like the 11 though. I think that you look at some of these efforts and it has 14 starts and this horse easily could have another couple wins. But I think I'd probably be a little bit similar to you. What about the 6 though? The 6 horse has been facing just consistently tougher for Brittany Russell. Sheldon rides. Didn't run last out, but maybe you just tossed that race. It was checked and ranked and just a rough trip. So, not huge preference. I might just play a dollar box 6, 11, 6, 6, 10, 11, and I don't really love doing that, but I don't have a huge preference and it'll pay okay if it hits. So I'd be 6 probably. I like your 10 or 11 on top. I think the 6 has a shot too. He was looking
sure.
at the will pays, Willie. I think I believe he was just trying to look at who's the likely favorite, even though the 2 is taking all the money.
Zero against the post here. Still 5-2 on the 6. 4-5 on the 2. That double will pays, the double probables with the 6 into the next race are pretty good. A low of 21-1 and a high of 183-1 on the 13. So big field in the next. $48,100 in there. Pick 4, $11,124.
Well, the system wants to use the 2 if I play it this way. If I were to play a pick 4, I'd play something similar to this. I think you got to choose here between the 2 and the 6, or the 1 in the first leg. We getting close to the gate here, Chris, or am I?
Yeah, they're loading. They just started. The 1 is going into the gate at 15-1. The 2 are still taking all the money, 4-5. My gosh.
Yeah, crazy.
I love gotta watch the win pool though with Mr. Matt Miller around. That 6 horse probably gonna go off as a favorite.
Not too late.
3-1 now.
Yeah.
Well,
I
yeah.
think that money's already in there. He said he would cancel if it got to 2-1.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
well, good. Okay.
going in the gate at Aqueduct as well.
Oh, how convenient.
How nice of them, right?
Yeah. All right, we pick your poison oldie next between Gulfstream and Woodbine.
All right.
Great Andre moving in.
Here we go.
Halfway in.
Good luck.
Back down.
Literally going off on top of each other.
Ole, what do you have at Aqueduct?
I have 269, I believe.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Down to 5-2 on the 6, 3-5 on the 2. All 7s for the pick 4. Ice cold. That's what Bill says.
7,
she's
7,
Bill,
7.
and everybody else that
Power
were here
driver,
last
Carol
week,
setting
we
you
will
up.
get your stuff shipped out here the next week from last week.
Nombre has early
Busy during the week.
horses, but also right there is Best Bet in the early mix, and Best Bet will press on. Sorority Prank is
Beyond
towards the
belief.
outside, challenging second from the far outside. There's Liberté de Bayou is going to apply some pressure 5 wide up the back strip.
Caprice.
Right now at Aqueduct, the
So behind them,
the 9's getting a great setup. I don't know if it's going to be good enough, but
Far outside, Magnificent Miles got 5.5 lengths to make up. The 2 at the back, I see you looking with the trailer. Screaming Uncle, 22-4. Quick opening quarter mile here for Best Bet. Has pressure towards the outside from Liberté de Bayou. They're clearly 1-2 into that turn. Here comes a rally from Beaver State and Dylan Davis there on the move. They've made the move towards the outside here. Sorority Prank is in between horses at the rail. That's Vincenity. Magnificent Mile trying to pick it up from the back. I see you looking starts to make up some ground as well as they travel as a pair. So Nombre second to last. The Triller, Screaming Uncle. Best Bet trying to take them all the way. Went 45-4 for that half-mile time. Here's the challenge from Liberté de Bayou. Down the center of the racetrack is
You can turn the sound on. Go ahead.
Big right up in Days now grabs the lead early.
Set it up for that
Days
9
up
at
top. Leads
Aqueduct.
Great Andre down the backstretch run and opens up a length and a half, almost 2. In third is Beyond Belief, and
Gotta get past
outside is
7 though.
Olivia traveling in a
Not gonna
4th
do it.
spot. They're followed by
No, you're
9-2.
okay.
Got it.
Caprice is second to
Close.
last, 5
That's
lengths
2 in a
off
row
of
I've
Days
won
leads,
like that.
and
So
Powered Driver at the tail of the field. Days in the
No,
far
3.
turn.
Count
Days
count
3/4 of the
Gulfstream
lane.
too.
Great Andre trying to press her on the
yeah,
outside
I
one
was
more
counting
time.
Gulfstream.
And so it is
Well, and
Days
the
at the
first
rail. A
Aqueduct
Great
race,
Andre
remember?
on the outside,
two
keeping
guys.
heat
I
on
forgot about
Days as there's 3 furlongs left to go. They're going a solid pace of Beyond
6 not
Belief, who's
running.
in 3rd position. Olivia is in 4th, and Not Too Late is in 5th.
Or maybe here.
They're followed outside by Caprice is 4-5 deep at Powered Drive. It trails the field. Great Andre. Great Andre's grabbed the lead from Days, who's driven on the inside. Then Beyond Belief. Here comes from the
Come
outside
on,
now,
6.
picking up late. Caprice. Caprice is coming on the far
Get up.
outside.
Two's beating
Caprice
now.
moving into second.
Get up.
Caprice continues to gobble
Come
up
on,
the
get up.
ground. Here comes
Get up.
Caprice. Caprice at Great Andre.
There we go.
Caprice, Great Andre, and Beyond Belief will be 3rd in the Smart Halo. Close 4th.
What did the
Yeah.
6 end up going off at?
8-5.
I think
5.
but that's okay. I'll
Yeah.
take 8-5. That's fine. Matt might not have liked that, but yes, that's a
I
boom.
think he
Matt.
No,
You
Matt
still-
did like that.
Yeah, boom.
Christopher Elliott rode the 9 there, Willie. He is an apprentice. That's Stewart's son. So I give him probably a little bit of credit. But my comment on that is he nearly won that race before too on that long shot.
11.58.
I mean, he rides at parks during the week too. He's riding a lot of horses, and then they're putting him on horses at Aqueduct on the weekend, and he rides a lot of good races. Like he's a young jockey to keep an eye on.
All right, got that 6 home here. Any double there, Matt, or was that just a win bet for you?
Way he
Let's see,
ran
what did our
last time. I know
probables
the
say
post is better today.
on
I don't really know if he wants anything to do with 7
on the
furlongs
6? So
either.
the 6 to the 2 ended up 7-1. The 6 to the 7 ended up 5-1. Or you were on the 11, Justin, right?
Yeah, I played a 6. What did I play? I played a 6 into the 6 into the 6, 10, 11.
Okay, the 6, 46-1. The 10, 31-1. So go 10.
Wow.
And the 11, 11-1.
All right.
Only barring any gate trouble at Woodbine, I think Woodbine's going to go off before Gulfstream. 3 minutes
Okay.
to both places. Gulfstream is just coming onto the track now. Woodbine's on the track.
I'm gonna at Woodbine just looking at this, and I think if I looked at this and showed this to Justin and didn't say anything, I think we would both agree to go with the long shot here.
Well, the only problem is the trainer jockey 0 for 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Matt is 2-7-11 in that double into the next race at Laurel.
Yeah, this is this. I mean, the thing is, I mean, it's a main special oldie. So the 6 is the favorite, Drexel Hill, which does win the race, Sam. It's the top Scotty pick, and it wins by 3 lengths. So, but I thought,
I'd be if I wasn't on the 2, I'd be on the 4 or the 7.
I thought the 7 Super Zesty Zest might have a little bit of a look for for Cassio. I mean, I know he's a firster, but so a little bit risky, but is a 63 GSR, but I mean, this is a rough one. I mean, it really is. I don't love the low GSR on the 4, who's also a firster. But the trainer does do okay. But
I mean, 20% with firsters.
Yeah.
Willie likes the 6-8 exacta.
The 8. I cut the 8. Oh, the 8 was 34%. I didn't cut the 8. I'm not sure what happened there.
I would cut the 8, but
yeah, I mean the 8's the thing with the 8, I guess, is I feel like they're kind of searching, but would be only for Josie Carroll. Abele rides, or I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. I know we talked a little bit about him on the preview show.
Well, Willie does a box. If he's going to play that, he's going to play it cold.
No box for the Wilster.
No. Most of his stuff that he posts is all ice cold.
All right. Well, I'm going to throw the 8 out. I'm going to use my 2-4-7 with the 6. Let's look in the next here and see if we can put together a little pick 4. The race 6 and 7 have my picks for the late pick 5 in there already. But if I had to single here, I would single the 1 Happy Valentine in race 6 in this sequence.
All right, we're going to the gate at the Vine. There we go.
Yeah.
At half that quote, 6-1 goes in next.
I'm
Tea
like
and honey with an E.
I'm like to a
successive
quarter of the
seconds.
with a 6 single. Go ahead.
Now moves forward into gate 3. First time starter is Street Princess.
Let me go and look at what the double pool was. Then I can do the quick math.
Street Princess. Side on. Goes up. Forester's Exec. Gate 5. Drexel
About
Hill,
3,500
the race favorite.
Good luck, Matt.
Also a first timer in Super Zesty Zest. The Live Oak Plantation. Key to the Park. The LNJ Foxwoods, the outside gate. The field is now all in. They're ready to run.
Nice
Halfway
trifecta,
race.
really.
Pretty good start towards the inside by North York. One who dips to
Cool
last
try.
early is Scat Girl on the outside. Key to the Park's gone to the front. Up racing in second is Super Zesty Zest, and coming through in the center to second is Forester's Exec. On the inside, North York, and tracking them is Drexel Hill. About a length in behind came Street Princess, who's over on the outside. Tea and Honey with an E coming up the rail, and 3 to Scat Girl is last. Forester's Exec has come to the front, goes to the lead over Key to the Park. A length and a half away is Super Zesty Zest. Drexel Hill, the outside of North York. 1.5 to Tea and Honey with an E. On the outside, Street Princess, and last of all is Scat Girl, about 7 lengths first to last. Forester's Exec in front. About a half to Key to the Park, a length and a half away. Drexel Hill is muscling through in the center. Over on the inside, North York. And as they come down the side, Super Zesty Zest sticks on the outside of Drexel Hill. The pressure coming to Forrester's Exec from Key to the Park. Drexel Hill is right there, 3 wide and 4 wide. Super Zesty Zest. Then came North York and trying to run a Street Princess, turning, and Key to the Park's gone to the front, taken on by Drexel Hill. Forrester's Exec weakening, and down the outside is Super Zesty Zest. Scat Girl is running, but Drexel Hill got away. Drexel Hill dashing away from them. Up the inside, Scat Girl coming into second spot, and out wider it is
Very
Tea
nice,
and Honey
Matt.
with an E, but going away with a big win. Drexel Hill scores by 5 lengths. Scat Girl second, 2 lengths away third. North York, Tea and Honey with an E was fourth, and then came Super Zesty Zest.
Dave, I don't know if
123.75.
they published them. Somebody else
They do.
might,
They
but
do.
oh,
They
okay.
do. They once the audit period is over, and I'm sure Matt will chime in here. Once the audit period is over, they will post everybody's play from every race they played and what they did. No program, no PPs, just the odds board and a little help from my friends.
Hey, will you jump over to Gulfstream?
Unofficial 6-1,
I
2,
did
3.
think
The winner is 6
the
Drexel Hill over
the
1.
3 might be
Scat
tough
Girl,
over
2
at
North
Gulfstream,
York.
but I did think the 7 horse Candy Crumbs might run okay, maybe underneath of the 4. But even I thought maybe I'm gonna put a couple bucks even just on a win place with the 7, but.
Well, it was nice of Woodbine and Gulfstream to play nice with each other. After this, we have a maiden special at Churchill, and then we get into the stakes at
Basso will
Aqueduct.
complete the line to the outside, getting ready for race 6 and the Rainbow 6. And they're off and running a good dispatch, fast away from the outside. Carambasso is showing early speed. Now punching through between horses. Here comes Rolando up on the pace early. Rolando now splits horses to battle for the lead with also Candy Crumbs and out wide Carambasso. And also right up there is Backham up in the top 4. As they race through the opening furlong, Western Shaft is a close-up 5th position. Then it's a gap of about 4 or 5 lengths back to Kieran. And then we come further back to Lou toward the back of the pack as they race on toward the far turn, trailing the field and gapping out. Waka Waka is way back there trailing the field.
Come on, Candy.
2 seconds flat.
I'm going to root for the
far
Fonzie
turn,
Bear
big battle
horse
for the lead
with
here.
Waka
Rolando
Waka.
has a short lead. And then
No,
on the
you
outside,
gotta root
Rolando
for the
Carambasso.
7 here,
Candy
man.
Crumbs is still right there. Now starting to tack on quickly and tip wide. Here comes Backham up, coming after the leaders as backing out of it Carambasso. And they arrive at the top.
You give
of
me
the
a
lane.
Muppet, I'm going to have to
An
root for the
opening half
Muppet.
in 45 seconds flat. Rolando still has a short lead. Out wide, here comes
3
Backham
gonna
up
be
between
3
horses.
gonna go
Candy
be
Crumbs.
gone.
Lou is up into the 4th position. Back to 5th
Here
on the
comes
inside.
Lou.
Carambasso. Then on the outside, Kieran in the lane coming for home. Rolando.
Oh, here
a
come the
tenuous
2.
lead.
This
Backham up
horse
on the
getting
outside.
caught.
And on the far outside,
Yeah.
Lou. Here comes Lou
One
for a
might
short
1
lead
or
over
2.
Backham
2.
up.
2.
As they come
Off
to the
the
finish,
left.
Lou is going to get up and win
2,
it.
1,
Backham
3.
up home second. Rolando was third. Well, back to Candy Crumbs in 4th. The time was 1:25 and 1/5.
And 3.
Let's see. 2 minutes.
I mean, it's just a synthetic track, so Private Ross. I mean, that's the main difference. But you have that at Gulfstream. You'll have it at Belmont in a couple of years. All right, Churchill.
That race at Gulfstream was on dirt.
Yeah, I think Private Ross was just asking about that last Woodbine race. But Ross, you will see a lot more synthetic racing now in many of the tracks. Obviously, you have a lot at Gulfstream, but to Oldie's point, we have Belmont coming. Is Santa Anita coming too?
Santa Anita starts.
No, at the synthetic track.
Synthetic.
Oh yeah, they're going to try that. That's they're already rethinking that.
Are they? Are they really?
They tried to put the gate there, and there's problems putting the gate there, and none of the jockeys want to ride any bigger races. They don't want any more than like 6 horses in those races because the turns are so tight.
Yeah, I remembered you had mentioned that.
And the turns are going to be even tighter at Belmont because they put it on the inside. So I don't know how that's going to work either. But let's get over to Churchill Oldie. Let me get you up there, Justin. If you could assist with the sound, we've just got a few minutes before they go off over there.
The turf course does look fairly nice over at Churchill Downs. My gosh.
Yeah.
I think the Scotty picks may have it here.
I'm with you. In any order, in my opinion. I have the 7 best. So, I mean, I hate that price, though, 9 to 5. The price on the 2 and the 12, obviously, much better. But, yeah, I was with you, Oldie. I thought it was between those 3.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that it looks like the works on the 7 and the 12 are huge.
Yes. Maybe it will be the picks cold in the try. 7, 12, 10. Or 7, 12, 2. 7, 12, 2.
I mean, the other horse I liked a little bit of as a long shot is the 3, Major Mischief.
Anytime, Russ, we're happy to answer any questions you have. Just drop them in the chat and we will address them. All right. Looks like we're getting close, Justin. They're starting the load.
Yeah, I got you. We good. I got it on.
I'm gonna take a quick stop while they run this race, so I'll be right back, guys.
It's kind of fast and furious this morning. My gosh.
Yeah, well, some places are on time, but that Churchill course does look good.
I wish my lawn looked like that. That is amazing.
It only took 3 years and like $9 million.
They're now in the gate. And they're off. Tough start for Final Gambit, was squeezed and is off near the back. Captain Fancy breaks right in stride. Plensa with some good speed too. Hamlin down inside with Don't Back Down, but it's Captain Fancy who takes the field to the clubhouse turn. Wide on the course is Plensa.
The 2 horses.
Second, Don't Back Down, having a tough time cornering and was floating wide, and Stiglitz went wide as well. So Captain Fancy leads the way to the backstretch run. Plensa stalking in second. Hamlin toward the inside is third. Don't Back Down firmly held in fourth. Lebowski in some traffic, racing in fifth. Stiglitz is now sixth.
Lebowski, it's a great name.
Inside seventh. Maui Strong moves up into eighth. Major Mischief is ninth. Kaizen 10th. Zaptataz 11th. And the tough start for Final Gambit has him at the back of the pack. But it is a compact field past the half-mile pole. The opening quarter goes in 23 and 4, the half in 49 and 3. Captain Fancy hits the far turn. Plensa right alongside, and Don't Back Down 3 wide, right up and on this pace. Hamlin is nudged along fourth and toward the rail. Grim Reaper needs to find a way through, reserved at the inside. And then it's Stiglitz and Lebowski starting to muster up rallies. Final Gambit trying to pick through the pack. They hit the top of the stretch. Plensa comes on to take the lead. Captain Fancy trying to hang tough. Don't Back Down is there. Lebowski.
There's your 11, Willie.
Stiglitz coming down the center. And Maui Strong on the far outside. One furlong to
There's
go.
the 12.
Come on.
Maui Strong.
7, 12.
Finishing strong. Maui Strong.
There we go.
Powers past Plensa. Scores by 2.
Won't pay great, but
Maui Strong was first. Plensa was second. And
You got 5 to 1 on top, though, on the 12, so it's not going to pay awful.
Yeah.
Maui Wowie. For those of you that know.
All right, Maui Wowie.
All right. We will pivot Oldie over to Aqueduct, race number 8, as we get into the stakes portion of the program.
All right, Justin. We reviewed this one for the weekend preview. Was yes. So I was 4.95 here, and you talked me into the 10.
Yeah, and then Shefflin. That's right. I did talk you into Shefflin. Shefflin taking a little money too. Son of a Birch, though, is who I put on top. But I kind of struggled between the 1, 5, 10. But Outlaw Kid, the current favorite. Son of a Birch, though, Oldie, you know, I think Johnny V rides here for Morley. I don't. This horse is taking so much money, 7-1. You know, that, which is a little bit surprising to me. I didn't think this horse would take so much money, but had run really well in the last two. I thought, you know, for sure could hit the board, but I did think have a shot to win. But getting back to Shefflin, Jose rides right on the 10 horse, you know, has won 2 of 3, lightly raced, just missed in that stakes race at Turfway Park. And we talked about this. Oh, you know what? I did. I remember I ended up, I think, switching to the 10 because of the GSR angle. That's how I convinced you. And
Yes, exactly.
Mr. Maury here was being really sneaky in this race, right? Where he comes off the layoff, you know, a 7-month layoff. And I like that work, Oldie, on the 10 on October 24th, a nice little bullet work training over at Turfway Park. I feel like we've seen more and more people doing this. They're training over at Turfway and then they're shipping into races, and everybody's like, well, we don't know how these horses are working. But yeah, this was I felt like this horse is fairly well meant on the turf, Oldie, and you know, on the outer turf, you know, 15-point GSR increase, you know, Maury's 24% off the layoff. So, you know, and we're getting a good price, right? At 7-1.
Yeah, and you know, my top pick was the long shot here, Gene Valjean.
And we saw what happened in the pace in that race a minute ago.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know that this horse 100% needs the lead here, but you know, if the pace number is correct, could get away. And at 15-1, that's the kind of risk you want to take at 15-1, not at 2-1 with this horse. It is moving up in class, but the system, you know, the pace number and the long shot algorithm both are recognizing this horse. So this is a horse I think has a pretty good shot here if it can get the 6 furlong distance and break out of the gate, which I had last time out.
Well, and you have Joel Rosario riding. So are you a fan of Joel riding on the lead?
I mean, I'd prefer to have him coming from behind.
Yeah.
But, you know, if he's on the lead, he's less likely to make an insane decision like futzing with his goggles instead of riding his horse. So
yeah, what worked? I can't remember. I can't remember who that was. That it was the 5 horse though, right? And he was riding back there, kind of trying to sit in the trip, and he got too busy just messing around with his goggles last weekend.
Yeah, Matt, I was just about to mention that, and you beat me to it. Yes, Gene Valjean is from Les Mis. That's hilarious, Matt.
Matt, if I would have been, I would be curious to have seen your reaction when that happened. That's quite funny. I'm sure that caught you a bit by surprise.
I would describe that the way my father would describe some of the stuff I did as a kid, where he would say it was something that he wanted to be mad about but couldn't stop laughing.
Wow. Well, this fairly competitive group here, Oldie. But I'm hopeful that the 10 with Jose maybe can cause a bit of a surprise, or Son of the Birch, the 1, who I think the 1 gonna float up. I mean, took a lot of early money though.
I don't know if it's going to float up necessarily. I mean, the 5 took money down to its EE morning line here. I mean, the 3's 4-4 at the distance.
Yeah, 26 black, right? I mean,
but you know, it's going to need pace to run into most likely.
Well, and I mean, with the rail, I think the rail is out. So I think the 3 is just going to have, in my opinion, it's going to be tough to navigate the trip.
Well, and is the 9 a better closer anyways?
Senbei.
Yeah. It's one
Yeah,
a
I
grade
think
3.
I think the 9 gonna get the first jump for Manny. Won a grade 3, right? Last out, the Belmont Turf Sprint. So, that's my concern for the 3, right? Because if that horse is way in the back and navigating 6 furlongs in a, what do we have, a 10-horse field? That's probably going to run a good race. I see the 3 more hitting the board than anything.
Yeah. So other than that, guys, we do have the end of our double coming up at Laurel here. If we want to watch that as well, right before the Aqueduct race.
Yeah, we have
ready to roll. They are making the turn, so I will put that on the screen when they start loading. If you guys want to continue with Aqueduct.
The 6 horse 17-1. My gosh.
Oh, at Laurel.
Yeah.
I started looking.
Matt, what are you? I'm alive to the 6, 10, 11. You're alive to, remind me, Laurel.
7 and 10 only.
Matt's alive to, I believe, the 2, 7, 11. That might have been Woodbine.
Yeah,
that's right.
No, you're right. Yeah.
2, 7, 11, Laurel need any to win, but prefer those in that order. Oh, might have played a something cold.
Or he Dutched them, but he makes more money on the 2.
Could be. Just higher payoffs first. Okay, got it.
All right.
Okay, we're getting ready to load here. I'm going to put Laurel up. Make sure the volume's on. It is. Thanks for joining, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Helps the channel out a lot. We would appreciate it.
Quest will back in.
I'm keeping one eye on Aqueduct here for everybody too.
Yeah, I've got track at Aqueduct too.
Circle home.
So, what are your guys' Thanksgiving plans? We're going to have Gulfstream and Fairgrounds running on Thanksgiving, along with Delaware.
I will be at my sister's. I will not be doing a show.
Okay.
I will be watching football and relaxing. Thanksgiving is one of my most favorite holidays because you just hang out and you relax and hang out with friends and do whatever.
Princess Javoncha.
Well, I've got 3 weeks off. So maybe I'll do a solo show.
Yeah.
Find a bunch of other degenerates that have nothing better to do on Thanksgiving.
Get yourself a turducken.
Get myself a turducken, yeah.
Some tough acting to act in.
Mm-hmm. Hawthorne has a tournament on Friday and Sunday on site. Really well done. Do they still sell Tenactin?
I have no idea. I was just going over the stuff that John Madden that stuck in my head.
Paper Mansion Sharpbreak is asked for early speed and gives it. To the outside is Precious Avery
Ken's
moving forward.
Pinched.
This name is okay. On the chase moves second is Paper Mansion. This name is okay. Precious Avery races third to the turn run. Life, Love, and Laughter settles
Looks
in.
like they're running a 5 furlong race
Seven
up
lengths.
front.
Lie here on the front end.
Around that turn. Princess Javon.
This is good though for The 10
Next
Oldie.
is In Anna's Quest, a cha-cha tap, and followed by Determined Lily, ground saving. And two path, we have Ruda, Surya racing to the back of the pack as they head down the back stretch now. Then the outside is Tick, 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 Boom. And
Somebody want
trailing
to tell
the
them
field
this
is
isn't 6 furlongs
Circle
going in the
Home.
gate at
Circle
Aqueduct, too.
Home is the last
Yeah,
runner,
I got it.
strung out by some 25 to 30 lengths. Good pace with Paper Mansion, pressed every step of the way by Precious Avery on the outside. Paper Mansion, just a neck in front from Precious Avery. 5 lengths back, the closest one. This name is okay. Right after that, pace to third. Life, Love, and Laughter is in fourth. Another 5 back. Princess Javancha is already about 13 lengths off the speed as they're on the turn. In Anna's Quest
14,
is
the long
next.
shot.
Ruda on the outside. Let's see. Now Circle Home has improved for the back of the pack. A Circle Home out there 4 deep, but still plenty to do as they race to the top of the
Come on,
stretch.
10 or
Precious
11.
Avery, Paper Mansion, they've been going at it for quite some time now. Life, Love, and Laughter
Come on,
loves
get up.
that, and is now ready to pounce on the far outside.
Come
Princess
on,
Javanch
10.
has come off the rail with a
7
late
just
run.
keeps
Ruda
going.
also on the scene
No,
late,
10.
and
Come
Surya
on,
is also
6.
exploding.
Get
Here
up,
comes
6.
Surya. Surya
up,
with a
6.
surge up on the inside.
Oh.
Princess Javancha, Surya,
Get up,
extreme
10.
outside
6.
in Anna's Quest. Surya,
Nice, Justin.
Surya with a big run to win. Princess Javancha, Paper Mansion was next,
Bang,
and then
bang.
Ruda's in the next photo.
We got one happy and one sad.
Look at that run. In flying.
47.55.
Oh yeah, they were going a pace. You want to get the audio up for Aqueduct, Justin?
Oh, we got the try too.
4's on the lead, turning for home.
Come on, Oli,
Somebody's
get
coming
that
up the
4
rail.
home.
But for how long? Alagon is in the clear, is moving on. 26 Black is splitting rivals here towards the inside. Jean Valjean is still there. From far
Not
right.
Alagon.
Alagon is right there. Works for me is in that mix too. Jean Valjean is
Oh, Oli.
between horses. Works
No.
Splits rivals. Works for me. Gets up.
Who was in the middle?
He wins the Turf Sprint Championship.
Who was in
Willie,
the middle of the 4 and the 6?
22 to 1.
In 1 minute 8.42 seconds.
The 11? So close to getting that 4 home.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can we go back to Laurel? We got to see that again.
Sure.
It's not often that we just have 22 to 1. See that?
Ruda,
that
fifth.
Look at that try and the exacta. Wow. Sheldon Russell and Brittany, we talked about that. What a bomb.
You don't get that pair at 22 to 1 very often. Let me tell you.
No, I know, man. But I mean, we only talked about the 6 for a minute though, as we looked at that race, but that was a tough turf. Where were they going 9 furlongs? It just came absolutely flying there. We got a great pace setup though. That's what we hoped.
Good racing.
All right, that brings us to Gulfstream Park race 7, maiden claimer 50K, and then right at real close to that, like they like to, will be Woodbine race 5, maiden optional for 40K. Good job, Justin. Nice hit. Boom.
Yeah, nice.
That is going to pay. Exactly, Matt. All right, let me get the screen back up here. If you want to pivot over to Gulfstream and Woodbine, races 7 and 5, respectively. I will get them up here on the video and see if we can manage to make most of them work. Looks like at this situation, it's going to be close. Gulfstream is just on to the track. 2 minutes to post. Woodbine is 5 minutes. It's going to be close. We may have to go double box.
All right. Well, you have
Austin, a Justin fan for sure. I think he has.
Of course, Aaron. I love when the chat wins. I don't really. I mean, I like to win too, but I'm happy when you all win. Sometimes I'd rather just not play and just give out the picks and hope others. I'm going to sidetrack you. Love Appeals yesterday at Aqueduct. I can't remember if I told you this. I told a friend of mine, and then I didn't even get a chance to bet the horse, but he won money, so I was happy. So
Big favorite, by the way, at Gulfstream. I thought this 10 had a good shot as a single as well. And since we're going into the Gulfstream late pick 5, this is what I shared with the group. We'll see if I can make that happen. Speed on the synthetic here for Sano. Dropping into a maiden 50. Horse seems to prefer synthetic in terms of GSR. That this seemed like the chance to take here. And then I was 4, 5, 6, 9 in the next.
Dead heat in New York, as Fran said, Oldie.
For second?
I don't know.
Because it was definitely not a dead. Now you're going to make me pull my screen up for a second and see what it was. It dead? No, the 6 and the 11, they're saying dead heated for first.
You know that the trifecta at Laurel Park paid $700 for 50 cents, and the exacta paid 245 to 1.
Nice.
6
What did your double play?
What did you say the dead heat was, Holding?
The 6 and the 11, even though it clearly looked like the 11 won that race.
I'm showing the final results. Win play show, $20 on the 11, $5.20 on the 6.
The daily double only paid 47 to 1.
I mean, am I wrong? Did you guys not see the same race I did?
It looked like to me the 11 won for sure.
Hold on, before we go to Gulfstream. Well, and that's you go ahead, Gulfstream. I'm curious on this Aqueduct now. The 11 did win.
No, they dead heated.
They dead heated?
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the final results show.
Wow. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the 6, which is I was hoping you're 4, Oldie. That
no.
In Art, that's true. Thanks, Bill. That's true, Art. I don't think I've ever seen a dead heat that fast at any track, let alone a track in New York.
No, it usually takes many, many, many minutes.
Yeah, that's strange. Then the race 9, I thought was kind of a junk race at Gulfstream. I did use the long shot, the 2, the 3. The 2, I probably shouldn't have used the 2. It's over 12 lifetime. That's usually a horse I'd throw out.
I think you're being kind by calling it a junk race. I think if this was more of a PG or R-rated show, we'd give it a different name.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
And then race 10, 5, 8, and 9. I think 5 has a shot to go gate to wire for Roman and his Crichton. And then in the last 2, 4, 7 on the turf. And again, I think the 2 after scratches has a big shot to go gate to wire there as well.
All right. They've managed to get back in sync.
Alineo forever.
Well, are they going to wave bye then?
I don't know if they're going to wave bye, but that's what I got for you right here. Whoever goes off first will get the audio.
Another heavy favorite at Woodbine, the 6 Silent Strike. That first time started in a state bred or a province bred stakes race.
Good point, Matt. Both horses paid more to place than to win for that dead heat.
Interesting.
Big Boy Jack.
So if you're playing for dead heats,
outside
play to place.
Runners stepping up.
The 4 even paid decently for a third.
They'll move into line. The last one to load will be Rashid to the outside to complete the line.
Looks like it's going to be Gulfstream. Unless they just hold them here until the Woodbine horses get in.
1 mile and
as they do just that.
It's like they're watching, somebody's watching on a tablet.
Rashid is in the gate, ready for race 7.
It's going to be Gulfstream. Yep.
And they're off and running. Slowest off the mark was Felix Slew. A couple of the fastest away are Winchester and Big Boy Jack, and those two will battle for the lead as they head into the first turn. From between horses away in third, Salto Angel. Out wide from fourth is Stone Cold Flex as they swing around the turn. Oz toward the inside is against the rail in the fifth position. Between horses from sixth is Mustang Bay. Out wide from seventh now, Stone Cold Flex is moving all the way up into the second now. Rashid comes after the leader, Big Boy Jack. Now they make their way onto the back stretch.
We're on a
Trailers
lone
go,
lead,
including
Woodbine.
Dino Forever and Felix Slew. The opening quarter, 25 seconds flat, so no particular hurry out there. And loping along with a 2-length lead is Big Boy Jack. Big Boy Jack has the lead. Then it's a lineup of 4 horses across the track. For the second position are Winchester against the rail with Salto Angel and Mustang Bay and Rashid still battling on. And now it is Salto Angel who advances up in the second position. Then out wide coming on from third now and closing in is Mustang Bay. And back to fourth on the inside are Winchester, who now starts to move up against the rail and now takes the second position. The half was in 49-1. Loose on the lead as they come toward the top of the stretch. Big Boy Jack has it by 2 lengths now, but quickly cutting into that margin is our Winchester,
It's
who
going to
moving
hit the
up to
wire
take the
first.
lead.
Looks like
And backing through
Woodbine.
the field now will be Big Boy Jack. And it's now our Winchester on the outside.
Not really sure what the jockey on the 10 was doing there.
Down to the wire. Stone Cold Flex up on the outside now of our Winchester. Stone Cold Flex and flying late. Here comes Alineo Forever. Alineo Forever is going to get up and win it.
Wow, that's
got a
a
big
huge
price
impact.
here. Alineo Forever wins it.
2
over
huge prices,
Stone
I think,
Cold
in a
Flex
row there.
second.
Mhm.
Right back to Big Boy Jack and our Winchester in a time of 1:42.3.
Matt, what with you is signaling that 10 oldie, except mine was just a win bet.
I really just don't understand who was the jockey on the 10. I'm on the wrong 10. That's going to be the problem. Let's go back to Gulfstream. It was Zayas. I don't know what he was doing. He moved way too early and then slowed down, waited for people to pass him, and then had horse again.
Mm-hmm. He's the leading rider, too. You think he'd know better.
It's hard. Sorry, I had to run for a second. It's hard. Did the 10 get the lead, Oldie? What happened?
The 10 got the lead. The 10 was running pretty calmly until about mid-back stretch, and then went to like a 7-length lead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then got caught by the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then waited for everybody to pass, waited for a couple of horses to pass, and then had horse again and almost came back and won.
Yeah, it's tough, right, on the Tapeta to win on the lead like that. I thought that race was so hard that I couldn't believe how much money the 4 took. It was 23% to win on EquinEdge, but it went up at 9-2. My gosh! And then of course
the 4 had the lead in the stretch.
Oh,
that's the horse that passed the
10,
and then the Bombers came. But I just don't understand what Zayas was doing, moving that early, and then letting himself get caught like that. But who am I?
Big balloon.
Churchill race 6, start of the Churchill pick 6 here. Coming up.
Big balloons at Gulfstream for sure.
Yeah.
That was like our balloons at Laurel. I still can't believe that exacta, Oldie paid 245 to 1.
Well, look at the exacta at Gulfstream.
Yeah, but
look at the last 2 races at Gulfstream too. You had a $25 horse, and now you just had a $52 horse.
When I looked today, I was like, today going to be a day of bombers. It's just very difficult racing. All right, Churchill race 6.
Churchill race 6. I did play a pick 6 here with the group.
Oh, let's see it. I want to cheer for you because I hope you win.
So it was 1, 2, 4, 9. I was not shooting for the jackpot here. 1, 4, 5, 9, 10.
I like
the middle.
Your best in the Churchill race in the first one, okay, and then use 1, 4, 5, 9, 10 in race 7. Oh yeah, I thought even the Churchill sequence was tough, but you know 1, 2, 4, 9. I need to get the video ready. Hold on, keep going, Oldie.
And then single of the 3, Spirit Wind, who we both.
Oh yeah,
agreed.
we talked about Spirit Wind.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. All right, they're about to go. I'll turn the sound on.
In the gate,
Mr.
I got
Stone.
the popcorn ready.
Mustang Lady with a good start, and Eyes of Gold is away alertly too. Yes to Champagne has asked for some early speed. Color Me Cairo comes on from mid-pack, but it is Yes to Champagne, the early leader. Color Me Cairo and Extremely Gruntled come on 2 and 3 wide.
Extremely Gruntled. I love that name.
Mustang Lady with a good start, and Eyes of Gold is away alertly too. Yes to Mustang Lady's out in 5th and up close 5th, only 2.5 lengths off the lead. In fact, she's advancing in between. Farther back in the field, Eyes of Gold settles in down toward the rail, and Meet in Secret is the trailer as they move down the backstretch run. Yes to Champagne skitters clear by 2. Yes to Champagne heading for the far turn. Got an opening quarter in 23 and 2/5 seconds and rolls onto the far turn in control. Vino Bello down inside. Mustang Lady far outside. Color
Come on, Juan, get going.
They're second, third, and fourth, and chasing Yes to Champagne. Farther back, it's Eyes of Gold. Meet in Secret angles.
You want that 4, Oldie?
Extremely Gruntled as they move around the far turn.
Come on, 4,
Yes
keep
to
going.
Champagne in front at the quarter pole. Mustang Lady.
I'd be Extremely Gruntled if the.
Come on, 4, keep going.
Set down for the drive now.
Keep going. Come on, Ford, get up.
Trying to push on by.
Come on.
Mustang Lady hanging tough too. To go.
Give it up.
Champagne digs in. Vino Bello surges. Mustang Lady rallies. Final 6.
Come on, 9, beat
it's
the
Vino
2.
Bello in front. Mustang Lady can't get by. Vino Bello.
Well, you stay alive. That's all that counts.
Gave it a run, I guess would be the way of putting it. But
The Derby City Pick 6 is the smallest takeout of all the jackpot bets out there.
right.
25% total.
Only
10% onto the carryover pool. All right. I believe it's Laurel Park up next with a stakes race out there. Race 9.
Race 9. Foxy Jr. Likely your favorite without me looking. Kissed by an Angel is your top win percentage and second pick at 13-1.
Yeah, I have a daily double. To the 1 and the 7 from that 22-1 6 horse.
Nice.
Nice. The other horse I liked here, Justin, was the 5.
Okay, it's $4. So I might actually, I don't actually hedge too often, but it probably makes sense here because I'm not going to hedge too much, but the will pays on the 1 and 7. I have a $4 double. So I'm alive to like $1,500 and $2,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would find another one there to make sure that you
Yeah, let's go through this one. I'm kind of curious where I did look at it briefly, but I'm curious to see if you have much of an opinion on anybody else.
Well, I thought that the 5 could sit right off the 1 here.
Mm-hmm.
And pounce. The
Pounce is
the 3 is legitimately going to sit behind them. And the 3 wins a lot.
Foxy Jr.
Yeah. And but the win percentage is very spread out. The 2 has speed, but gets caught pretty much every time, or stops, however you want to look at that. There could be enough pace for the 6. The 6 has been in with some really good horses, just needs pace to run into, and probably will be happy to be back at 2 turns for Butchie Reed.
Butchie.
Butchie.
I still always remember. I think we were talking about this, and I said Robert Reed, and I just love David Harrison. He called me up the next day, and he said, "Hey man, I didn't understand." And he said his name Butchie. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even know." But I think that was around the Big Parts Day or something, if I remember.
Yeah.
Or we can call him Mike Brady.
Well, Mike Brady, what do you mean? I'm not following.
Or if Matt's around, he'll remember this. That there was a wrestler, Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Hacksaw Jim Dugan.
This was so. Also, if you remember, I believe that they were in the WWE for a while. Ron Simmons and Butch Reed were a tag team.
Yeah, I do remember, and they were the tag team, right? They just always had to kind of face the good group and never really had a shot, right? Like, if I remember right.
Justin, Robert Reed was the actor that played Mike Brady on the Brady.
Okay, that's why I wasn't following that.
Let's see what is the last at Laurel look like. Is there a double opportunity here? There's always a double opportunity, but
Except at Remington, only on the first race and the penultimate race.
I honestly don't understand why. If we're saying take my money, they'll say no, we don't want your money.
I could see Hacksaw. I could see Hacksaw.
I mean, Matt, at least half my friends in junior high had the nickname Hacksaw. So
Matt, also an expert on professional wrestling.
Hey, as a kid, I used to love wrestling. I watched it so much. I would go to the events and everything. Yep. I mean, I loved it. Like, and I wrestled as a kid, and everything. But
I wrestled as a kid too, mainly with my brother. And since I was 5 years older, I always won. And fun fact, I went to the first ever WrestleMania.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. My dad took my brother and I, and we had a great time.
I was in community college. I must have been in I don't even know if I was 21. I think I was probably 20 or something. And I remember going to, it was WWE, Monday Night Raw or something. I walked into the event with the girlfriend at my time, and this person came up to us, and I actually still had work clothes on, so I was semi-dressed nice. And they said, "Hey, why are you here?" About you talk to them. They gave us tickets, man, to sit right behind Jim Ross and I don't know at the time whoever was there, and we were on TV the whole time because we were right at ringside. It was amazing.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, the first WrestleMania, Scott, was at Madison Square Garden because that's where you want to have that.
Yeah.
March 31st, 1985.
Oh, Bluegrass Stan is close friends with Butchie.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Catherine, yeah, we're gonna still cover the Big A. Oh, I thought the 10th race. I did not have it.
I don't have it.
Yeah,
I can't double to anything here because I have no opinion. I'd have to use a Matt strategy of looking just at the morning line, but even the morning line's a mess here.
Yeah, Matt, it was the same thing. My cousin at the time texts me, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're on TV," because we were right there too. It was like right at ringside. It was pretty incredible. It was a fun time.
Matt, was this when it was the Rosemont Horizon or the Allstate Arena? Because my friends and our times at wrestling events, especially when we were kids, when Hogan was running around going wild, and at the Rosemont, the pre-Allstate Arena, Rosemont Horizon. So,
Oldie, let's as we wait for them to load at Laurel, will you jump over to Aqueduct for Catherine? Because we covered that. Yeah. Is it the Red Smith Stakes, if I remember correctly? Yeah, I think Catherine, Oldie, and I actually agree with you. I think on the 8-horse Masterpiece, having a look, I thought Integration might be a single, to be honest, Catherine, but not, I don't have huge confidence, but I had the 2 on top over the 9 and the 8, but not a big opinion, to be honest, Catherine.
I thought the 1 has a look as well.
Well, and what we've seen on the pace, Oldie, it's not a bad play, right? I mean, who's riding the 1, Castellano?
It is.
Johnny V.
Yeah.
I mean, you get a really capable jockey. Yeah, Catherine, I thought if anybody could beat the 2, well, that's good to know, Catherine. I appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, and the other horse that I think might hit that we may have overlooked, that's kind of dropping here. It is a money burner for sure, but Adamo, especially with the way that that the horse that won that race won, or what am I saying? That was last year's million, not this year's million. So, I also think City Man's kind of doesn't want the distance with the GSR drop. And, I kind of like Masterpiece more underneath because the horse just doesn't win. But I could say the same thing about Adamo, and you're getting pretty decent prices on both of them.
All right, I'm not hedging. I'm just I'm gonna throw the video up at Laurel. We're just gonna ride with the 1 and 7 for fun, since it was not. They were my double was $24 $4 into the 1 or 7. I think the 7 paid 2,000, the 1 1,500. $38 go-go stakes. Good luck, Bob.
Moving in. Foxy Jr., Foggy Night. Sandra D.
If this was like the
Battle Cry,
the 53rd go-go stakes, they could go for like a Fifth Third
Ginger
Bank
Girl.
sponsorship or something. They sponsor the 5th inning in the Cubs games.
Oh,
lined up.
Cheers, Catherine. We thank everybody
Just
for being
38
here.
go-go stakes.
All right, come on,
Bismuth is
7.
Kissed by an Angel.
Oh,
Malibu Beauty and Sandra D.
So Justin, have you watched or if either of you watched the Bronx documentary for the
Foxy
90s
Jr. well
Yankees?
settled for the opening furlong. Battle Cry
No,
it's
Foggy
really good.
Night,
I just
Continental
finished it
Congress a bit ranked there on heels.
this morning.
And trailing the field is Kissed by an Angel. So the clear leader by some 4 lengths, Malibu Beauty up front now for almost 5 lengths. Sandra D and Foxy Jr. nose to nose for second as they race past the 6 furlong mark. Ginger Girl is racing 4th off the inside as Continental Congress is a bit more settled on the inside. Now moving past Ginger Girl. Battle Cries in between horses, still 8 lengths on the front and 5 out. Foggy Night and Kissed by an Angel trailing the field. Malibu Beauty just in an even pace heading off of the far turn run.
I didn't think the 5 would
from
have a lead
Foxy
like
Jr.
this.
trying to get closer right
I
now.
know, it's very
As
strange.
Malibu Beauty leads the way. It's a 3-length advantage into the far turn with 3.5 to go.
We need this
From
1
Foxy
to come
Jr.
flying,
and
Kissed by an
Foggy Night,
Angel.
and next is Sandra D, who's battling in that group as well as they round the turn. Less than 3/8 to go now.
Real
Malibu Beauty
stuff.
now. Foxy Jr. will make her run and try to test Malibu Beauty as they come to the quarter pole, the top of the stretch. They're 5 clear from Foggy Night, who's in third. Turning for home now, and Malibu Beauty set down by Toledo. Right-handed pressure. Foxy Jr. comes to even turn. Here's Foxy Jr., who's grabbed a narrow lead with 1 furlong left to go. Foxy Jr. from Malibu Beauty, then Foggy Night. Picking up on the inside is
Somebody's
Kiss
coming, but I
for
think
third, trying to move into
no,
third
too
position.
late.
Yeah, it's too
go.
far back.
It's Foxy
Weird.
Jr. Oh, she's sharp as
That's
can be.
okay. We hit the
Birthday
exacta and
go-go.
try in
Foxy
another race.
Jr.
We were
Malibu Beauty
talking
Kissed by an
in
Angel,
the
third and Foggy Night.
coaching class, Oldie, about people were saying, how do you look at cutting horses, right? And I think on the dirt, I don't always just cut the low win percents just because, but I do look at like the race sim, and reason why it's so hard to close on most dirt tracks, right? Scotty talks a lot about that. And when horses are, and I think you have a better memory than I do, Oldie, but when horses are like 2 or 3 lengths behind at the top of the stretch, like they win it's a fairly low win percent,
It's like 4%, I think.
Yeah. So you see stuff like that, and horses come, but they're likely to hit probably more in a vertical than win the race. But
going in the gate,
Junior first, Omar Torres.
That's my
second by
I got the sound, Oldie. That's one of my most favorite drinks is High Noon. I am not really a grapefruit fan, but grapefruit High Noon is one of the best things ever. Like, it's one of my most favorite drinks.
You know who has a good sparkling seltzer that I did not expect, because it's also a non-alcoholic drink? Topo Chico, if you've ever had that.
Yeah, they're okay. Matt, I agree. And thank you for saying that. I looked and it was okay because I had already won about $1,500 from that other race.
One didn't get out of the gate and is sitting.
Or
sitting on purpose. I don't know what the case might be, but I would say game over for the one.
Up by a half length. City Man in front, mild pressure from Rebel Red towards the outside in second. Ground saving journey so far for Integration and Flavian Pratt in third. Masterpiece is now.
Look at that jockey holding the 4, Oldie.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
Sario.
What's he doing?
It's not Rosario.
He's doing what Rosario does.
Oh, it is Rosario. Yeah. He's letting
Triller.
Jose have the lead on the 9.
Posted half mile time
and thank God he had to check back.
He does this all the time on the turf. All the time.
What is he doing?
Well, the 9 and 5 much better. We'll see what happens with Joel now, but
stop the 2 pace setters with Masterpiece in fourth. Daunt is towards the outside. Integration is right there, is in that shared 5th. And behind them is Pioneering Spirit with a Tomo. Triller continues to be Curbstone. Work up the backstretch in the Red Smith. It's Rebel Red in front. Pressure towards the outside from Limited Liability. City Man looking to come back for more.
I mean, maybe his horse doesn't like the rail, and he knew that.
Integration starts to
he's
move
now
up.
come off the rail.
First to move forward. Daunt is all in towards the outside. Purple Silk behind them. Pioneering Spirit. A double.
Yeah, but they set a 25. He set a 25 first quarter, and then he just let him get the lead.
And here comes Limited Liability trying to challenge Rebel Red, and they have quickly put 3 lengths on the rest of the field. Limited Liability is trying to catch Rebel Red, and Rebel Red is very game towards the inside. Limited Liability with every shot, and now Integration in full gear as they approach that final 16.
Get up, Get up.
Integration with that burst of speed, and Integration wins the Red Smith. Integration wins it. Photo there. Limited Liability.
Much the best.
And a late run from Pioneering Spirit.
I just don't understand if you set the pace at 25 fraction. I mean, they were going 11, and then you just give it up. I don't understand, but
kind of a disappointing season for Integration, but gets the win here. Flavian Pratt up. Think Flavian Pratt champion jockey this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Likely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Head over to Gulfstream.
All right. To the stream. All right. 1 minute to post. So we got to rush here. Race 8.
I was on the 4-6 here, Oldie. What are our odds? Not bad.
Not bad. 9-2 on the 4. I'll take that.
Yeah. But I for anybody, for the chat, like, tread cautious. This is again, Gulfstream, Oldie's going to pay gigantic. I mean, you had talked about that.
Yeah.
Whatever sequences, like, you can run the race sim. I cut a handful of horses, but I don't even think we had Joel there, but
I mean, that's a who do you like finish if you've ever seen one at Gulfstream.
Yeah. Matt, did you singled Integration there, I'm assuming?
Probably.
Yeah. Oldie and I talked a lot about integration on the previous show. Really did look to be, the best in that group. But I thought Cabernet, the 6, does win the race, Sam Oldie. 1 of 58, kind of sitting off the pace, which I kind of like on the synthetic at Gulfstream. I me, I'm not a big fan of on the lead, but also there doesn't look to be a lot of pace here. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. But World Beauty, 33% to win the 4. Maybe sits up on the lead, maybe not. Miguel rides Vasquez, 1 of 54, 2 back. But yeah, I thought it was one of those to win, but not a strong preference.
Yeah, I don't understand why the 6 is 8 or 9 to 1 right now. I'm looking at the probables on a 4-6 exacta, and that's currently 34 to 1. That's not bad.
I'm in for a couple bucks.
Looks like Gulfstream is getting ready to go to the gate. We've got 3 minutes to go to Woodbine race 6, which is the grade 3 140K Maple Leaf Stakes.
And I'd probably be 4-6-9 in a try as I look at this.
Oh, sorry. That's an allowance race coming up at Woodbine race 6.
Yep, and that's the start of their pick 5. I'll put up my pick 5 ticket there in a minute.
Yeah, they're going to synchronize and make sure they go off at the same time.
As I said, 4-6-9. Maybe for a try here.
Who wants a Dutch betting calculator within EquinEdge? Raise your hand.
Sure.
If people want it, who am I to? I'm sure there would be a reason or something I would use it for. So sure. Looks like I'm not on the favorite at Woodbine at all.
Okay. We're going to go off Gulfstream first.
Well, go ahead and put that up. And I'm just putting my ticket up there. There's my pick 5.
Okay.
With which I spent a little more on because of the $5,000 hidden split there.
Gotcha. Here we go at Gulfstream. Good luck, everybody.
And we're all counting on you.
Stepping up both Sandpiper Memories and Bramble Bay. And the last one to the outside will be Cozy with Renzo Rojas. And we'll be set for the late pick 4. They're in the gate. And they're off and running and slow out of there.
Oh, the 9's not going to finish the money.
Number 9, Sandpiper Memories, slow off the mark. Also,
well,
one of the slower ones away with
you never know on the. I don't think that horse can win, Oldie, but might still hit the board.
Cozy from the far outside as charged up to take the lead as they head around the turn, making their way toward the backstretch. Cozy has the lead. Up on the outside, Gray Princess pursues the leader from second. Bramble Bay is right there against the rail third. Driving up on the outside from fourth is Current Situation, who's outside of Worldly Beauty. Then we come back to Go Big Green, followed by Cabernet further back to...
What do you make of this 11, Oldie?
And Dubstep. And
you know that I could make a hat approach or a pterodactyl out of the 11, but...
Seconds even. So a very sensible tempo so far. They're midway down.
You set me up beautifully for that.
Cozy.
Yeah.
Cozy has the lead by about
going in the gate at Woodbine too. I'm going to keep an eye on that on my other screen.
Now it's a length lead for Cozy right there toward the inside. Bramble Bay is in the third position. Outside next, Worldly Beauty from fourth, and toward the inside, Go Big Green is in the fifth position.
I feel like Bramble Bay was once a big time turf horse.
And surging up next, Cabernet. Cabernet is closing in.
Am I wrong?
Leaders. The halftime was in 49 seconds even.
Feels like it.
Top of the stretch, Cozy.
Come on, baby.
Short lead, but on the outside, Cabernet is charging wide and coming on as they come toward the top of the lane, still fighting on. Bramble Bay toward the inside as well, and now it is Cabernet who takes the
Come on,
lead.
6. Get going.
Between horses, Bramble Bay against
I
the
think
rail.
you got it.
Coming down inside the final furlong now. Cabernet is the one to catch. Go Big Green.
Get up.
It's Cabernet.
Get up.
Go Big Green is surging, and it's Cabernet holding on.
You got it.
That's going to be close, Chris. He called
you got it.
8 to 1.
Yeah.
And going right out in front is Cara from Living on Love, Happy Valentine, and now shooting forward Miss Vivian after blowing the start slightly and is driven to the front. Miss Vivian's whisked to the lead from Cara. Racing up is Living on Love, the center with Happy Valentine over on the inside.
That's
as they settle into stride. Personal Pursuit's got in behind them a little bit. Wasif is on the outside, and chrome-plated Hearts up in the leading bunch. A long last early Verdejo, about 8 lengths covers the field. Miss Vivian got away by a length. Cara moving forward again. One away third, Happy Valentine from Chrome-Plated Heart, Living on Love. Personal Pursuit is coming up on the inside, about 5 off the leader. Wasif the outer, and Lars Verdejo. Cara's gone back to the lead from Miss Vivian and raced away. Happy Valentine in third, and Cara dashing away into the stretch. Cara by 3 lengths to Miss Vivian. Happy Valentine the outside. Personal Pursuit is running now. Inside the final furlong, Cara by 4. Rallying hard. Personal Pursuit on the inside is flying. And is it too late? Maybe not. Personal Pursuit's going to get up, I think. Personal Pursuit coming on the inside at the wire. Personal Pursuit.
Well, that's the third time in the last
Verdejo, and behind them, Happy
6 races that the 7's been in the lead at the stretch and got caught like that. But not my day on that play. So.
All right. We got Churchill and Aqueduct coming up.
There's an inquiry over at Gulfstream. Oh, that probably on the 9. I wonder if
non-starter maybe.
Oh, you might get a non-starter there. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's going to be close. Gosh, Gulfstream is just bombs.
Yep. I mean, that's the first 3 legs of the Rainbow Six has produced 8 to 1's the smallest number.
Yeah. I didn't know Elijah Greenidge is the jockey there. Kudos to him. We'll take that. All right, where are we headed? Churchill
Downs.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold.
And we are on the turf, I think. There are we on the turf?
Yeah, they're on the dirt.
Baton Rouge, the long shot here, 77 pace number, 13 to 1 currently. Kinetic, the 5-horse your top pick, the slowest horse in the race, but it's 2 for 3 lifetime for Brad Cox. Big closer. I think that's a horse you try to beat, though. Because, again, we talked about closers. Let's look at the race sim, see how far back that horse will be at the stretch.
It's actually fairly close.
Yeah.
So, but then when you look at the finish, and I ended up cutting about half the field. But look at when you see races like that, Oldie, I mean, it's not I think the 5 has a great shot to win, but at 5 to 2, that's hard for me to really like that. Like if I was playing in NHC, Chris, and we were doing that, like there's no way I'm taking chalk when you got 7 horses like lined up at the finish, Oldie. Like, Tap It Shoes, the 8, big GSR increase, right?
Yeah, but also big downgrade in trainer.
Yeah, no, I saw that. Ed Moger Jr. takes over. So, oh, good. We're official at Gulfstream. That's good.
I mean, Kinetic looks like the horse that will win this race, but maybe Baton Rouge goes gate to wire here. I don't know. And sounded like we just had lost the screen there, and it might be no, not mine.
It's mine.
The video screen.
I have a slight problem in the background, but we are all good now.
The 10 Macman. I mean, that this was a spread leg for me in that pick 6, which if you play.
What do you use, Oldie? Because you're still alive.
Yeah, so that's what I had. 1, 4, 5, 9, 10.
Okay.
If you wanted to play this back as a pick 5, that would be the play too.
Yeah, I have zero preference. I even worry
You're
about
off,
it.
the 4's on the lead.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Sorry, I just happened to look at the other screen.
No, I got it.
Being pressed by the 10.
Comes away 9 lengths off the lead in 10th, just ahead of Capit Shoes, Creative Minister's Single Dot Yacht, and the trailer in 12th
Single
is
Dot
Strike,
Yacht.
10 lengths off the leaders after an opening quarter in 24-1. Baton Rouge down the backstretch run, pressed along by MacMan. The pace is moderate, although Baton Rouge is a bit keen on the front end, still leads. MacMan is right there second. Di Vernon and Kinetic are together. They're third and fourth.
Kinetic much closer to the
Three
pace.
miles past the half-mile pull. Bourbon Resolve is picking through the pack to within 5 lengths of the lead. Game Warden is coming under a ride down toward the rail. Tapit Shoes. Parchment Party's drawn to within 8 lengths of the lead. In some traffic, though. Farther back, Creative Minister's Single Dot Yacht and Hayes Strike round the far turn. Baton Rouge and MacMan head and head for the lead.
You got 12, scary, but here come your 5.
Wide for the stretch drive. San Siro stuck very wide off the turn.
Come on, either 4 or 10, oldie. Nope.
Yeah, it's going to be the 5.
Kinetic comes on the outside and grabs the lead. Right
It's
at
way
the
closer to the pace than I
Kinetic is
expected.
sticking on for the wire. Kinetic goes clear by 2, wandering down to the rail. Baton Rouge chasing late run. Single Dot Yacht first on the wire. Kinetic.
But just like we talked about, I mean, you cannot. Well done, Matt. Matt hits his target for the day and now gets to hang out with us for a while and relax.
We'll see if we can talk him into something else. It's been known to happen.
We got Laurel and Aqueduct coming up, but before that, it looks like you got a 5-horse race at Del Mar.
Yeah, we didn't have Del Mar on the schedule at all. Everything early was back to reality for Del Mar in terms of field size. So
yeah, too small.
Aqueduct coming up at 4:10, and Gulfstream. I don't see the Laurel race, Oldie.
Laurel race 10.
Well, we kind of looked. I mean, Oldie, if you want to go back there.
I mean, we didn't really have a strong opinion. I'd probably just play the 2 and the 3 because they're the top 2 picks there. But
all right. Well, we do have Aqueduct finishing up here. Double carryover.
Actually, I'm playing the 7 at Laurel. Dad joke. We got it. I'm in. This is the first time starter long shot. That's who's the trainer on this?
Damon. I'm going to be careful with this one because if I move that D, it's not a good word for the show.
This is at Laurel. I got to go look at this.
It's up on the screen if you look. You
Oh
can see my screen.
gosh!
Just move that second D.
That must have been a great name for high school.
Yes.
Dillo Dovaccio.
Yes, you just got to be careful that you don't move that D, like I said.
You got to be careful with the L. You got to be careful with where you put the L.
The good thing is it's Dillo.
It is something you have to be careful where you put too.
Yeah.
Catherine, how much did you find it in your pocket? That's amazing. I don't have that happen really ever. I don't know if I've ever had that happen.
Shortly after we moved here, 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I had packed a bunch of clothes.
$100.
I packed a bunch of clothes in one of those wardrobe boxes, and the day we shipped those clothes was on a Monday, and I had gone to the track with the wife on Sunday. It was the last time we were going to Santa Anita. We went to the turf club, I had the suit on and all that stuff and everything else, and I had put all of the winnings that day in the suit pocket, packed it up, didn't even think about it, and moved here, took everything out, put it in the closet. I don't know. We got here, the pandemic hit. We didn't do anything. We were home for 5 months or whatever it was. So then we finally went out to a nice dinner at a place, and I wore that suit jacket, right? And when I put the jacket on, and we got there, and I needed to tip the valet, and I reached into my pocket, and there was $6,000 in cash.
What?
Yeah.
But even if I just found 100 like Catherine, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was
And
like 6,123. I think I tipped the valet guy like $80 because there were like 420s in there, and he was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, found money. I didn't know I had it."
Well, and I'm happy. So I'm happy for Matt Miller. He hit his double. That's amazing. I'm happy that Catherine found 100. I'm happy that you found thousands years ago, and I'm also happy for Luis Saez because he's riding out of his mind, as Dan just said. He really is, and him and Flavian Pratt are both showing that they 100% fit with Mr. Irad Ortiz. So,
and that's not a bad point that Matt's making. 5 horses at Del Mar. 5-2, 3-1, and 7-2. Deal of the century if you love one of them, right? Bet one of those to win, and you will maybe take your voucher and bet it on that. 4 minutes to go to Maryland. 8 minutes to go to New York.
Well, I mean, Oldie, on this Laurel race is just go back to the race sim real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just this huge group, obviously, right? I mean, what do we have? 12 horses? Yeah. They all stayed in. It looked like there was 4 AEs maybe, and none of them made it. But the 3 wins the race sim. The 4 is out there, right? Who has had a start, but in a race like this, 45,000 maiden claimer, the 7 top GSR, Scotty Longshot. I mean, and the horse's name is Dad Joke. I mean, you can't get much better, and it's trained by
Mom Joke.
Damon. So
Yeah.
in a cruise ride.
And I don't see why this 2 who's run 4 times needs to win here.
Well, correct. I mean, and for some reason is the favorite at 3-1, but so who's the what about, I mean, this jockey on the 10 hits at 36%.
And it's so he's a apprentice, it looks like, and you're getting a weight break, a 9-pound weight break, with the exception of the 2 who's a couple lighter horses also, but a pretty big weight break on the 10 there. And 28 races, they're 36%.
Look at the 8 too, Casey and Pap. I mean, I still like the 7, but the 8 horse is just a massive price, and you have Carrasco riding.
Yeah.
And the 3 wins the race sim.
Yeah, so 10, 8, 7, 1. I'm just going to play a try box with those. Throw out the 2 favorites, the 2 and the 3.
Wait, you're
the 12 actually is the second choice right now.
Yeah, I see that. They're going 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking also, those are the top 4 GSRs too.
Yeah.
Because I have this sorted by GSR. Corrales takes over here from Brissett on the 10 at 12-1. It's top GSR. It's 11%. You're getting 12-1. Let's see how these Brissett works were before this. Doesn't tell you much in either of those notes, but it is they did claim it for 12.5, and now they're putting it in for, even though this says made in 45, it's actually a 36K tag.
Hmm. Yeah, they get a 4-pound weight break.
Yep,
Who is that? The 12?
the 10.
Oh, the 10. Yeah. Oh, for yeah, that's the Chavez horse.
Yeah. So, I mean, I could see that. Looks like they're, let's see where they are. Here, we're getting close to the gate here.
Dan says the 3 and 12 are, they're coming out of the more preferred races with racing luck. But that's why I like that joke, Dan, just because, I mean, neither, whether it's the 2, 3, or 12 who have raced before, I mean, I think, the 3 and 12 have, okay GSRs, but for a firster, you have horses like the 7 or 10, and might be key races, but in a race to end the card, it's a good one.
I mean, the 8 has a race that's definitely good enough at Timonium.
Yeah, that race 3 back.
But it hasn't run a lick since then.
Timonium.
The horses approaching the gate.
312, Chicago area code right there.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm actually old enough to remember when it was a big deal when they added a second area code to Chicago. Every number used to be, even in the suburbs, a 312 number.
Well, we had that here in Seattle. Everything was 206, and then we ended up with the 425, which was like east of the lake where I live.
Then they brought in the 708.
Then we brought in the 360. Yeah.
And then the 773 was part of the city also. And then they brought in 847 and 815 and a bunch of other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, all Los Angeles back in the day used to be 213.
224, yeah.
And then 310 came in, and everything sort of blew up. My original number was 559, and then they moved us to 661.
Good luck, Dan.
The horses. Reese starting.
Looks like you got some Golden Gate fog coming into Laurel there.
Golden Gate.
It actually looks like a pretty evening, to be honest. I wish it was like that here. It's cloudy and raining and probably like 45 or 50.
We're like 50.
Hey, so does anybody? I don't play a lot of college football bets or anything. I'm just never been a huge college football fan. But does anybody think that the Huskies can have a shot at all versus Penn State, even to cover?
I did not bet that one at all.
I would be curious in the chat. Like, we're gonna go watch the game tonight. Everybody's hyping this up as this big whiteout game for Penn State. But I'm obviously a Husky fan, being here in Seattle. But the Huskies' defense is pretty legit. So I don't know if they can win, but all right. I'm on dad joke, oldie. 13-1 here. You're on the 10, I'm assuming.
Edelweiss, which also I believe for Matt's culture comment before, I believe is also the name of a song in The Sound of Music.
Irish Indigo.
Oh,
yes, great recommendation, Matt.
Offer.
Only I'm on your Kansas University plus 8.5 against Iowa State. And
yeah, I saw somebody else post that today too. I'll just tell you that they've been very disappointing.
We lost the video. What happened? Oh, there we go. It's back.
Parlay for Destiny.
They were ranked at the beginning of the year.
Master.
Who are you talking about?
I'm
Come
trying to
back.
scare Chris
Bjorn
off of
and
the
Daddy Yankee.
KU, even with the 9 points.
Oh,
That,
The bet's already in.
Yankee 7-2.
right.
I took all the Razors picks today.
Matt, I can't even do that because here I don't get that stuff here. It sucks, but it's the way it is.
You know, Matt,
I
there's a
think
lot of
already-
states where they don't
You
have
wanted
to
a bit
compete
restless
for,
behind the gate.
where there's a monopoly and
off.
one company owns or
Yeah.
casino
took-
ons the entire business.
There's
They
our
don't
final
have
offer in the gate
12 different
swell.
apps like we do.
Well,
I
I
don't
get
even have
a
any.
lot of I get a lot of good boosts and single game parlay,
Yankee
30%
holding
bonuses
7-2.
for Hard Rock Bet, and they're the only one here in Florida. But I took all the Razors picks, and I just added the maximum
Making a
amount of
final
points
offer.
that I could get all of them.
Okay.
Racer,
I thought you were going to
Razors,
say you reversed them and or something.
No,
Razor is he is an amazing sports bettor, Chris.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, I've seen him go on some serious hot streaks.
Mhm.
He's
The
does a
one he
great
was
job.
on with baseball earlier this year was insane.
Yeah.
I know.
He won,
Yes.
Reload. Final offer then. Daddy
he
Yankee.
won like 38 bets in a row or something
Still
like
holding
that.
firm 7-2.
Yeah,
Lukewarm
he
favorite.
does a great job. Puts in a lot of work too. I know. Dak Prescott out for the year. If anybody's a Cowboy fan,
Last one.
I don't
moving
hear
in,
anybody
in
run
line.
into the window with their arm up saying, I'm a Cowboy fan here. But
And they're off. Slow to go there was Irish Indigo. Also bold diversion, sluggish to begin.
I
Final
guess
offer
if you had-
firing out
I would
first, and Top Blood sent up for early speed. Top Blood now, and final offer hook up head to head for the opening 16. Brewmaster away running in third position. Casey and Pap is next in fourth. Dad Joke is in between horses, firing on there from fifth.
Come on,
position.
Dad Joke.
Bjorn racing down to the inside as Casey and Pap will now settle. Daddy Yankee is a good 9 to 10 lengths off that pace down the backstretch run, and Crab Daddy is caught in between horses. On the inside there is Bold Diversion making a bit of progress after a sluggish beginning. Idle Vice and some traffic there in between horses, heading over the far turn run. And last is Irish Indigo, who's actually second to last. One more well back is Parlay for Destiny. Now with 3 furlongs left to go.
Parlay.
And
How we missed
outside
that
there
name.
is final offer, still going at it with Top Blood. Top Blood final offer.
And
As
Bjorn
Bjorn
Borg.
picks them up from third, and Daddy Yankee is in fourth. Crab Daddy coming 6-7 wide into the stretch. Then it's the great Bold Diversion down to the inside, and Idle Vice trying to get through some traffic in between horses.
Be great if
360s
the
left to
back
run.
row is
Bjorn.
Six
Bjorn
look
strikes the
long
lead.
down
Daddy
here.
Yankee coming now
Uh-oh,
between
here
horses
come
and
the
Top
12.
Blood. On the far outside is Crab
bad the
Daddy,
horse isn't
also
named
pitching away
Mackinac.
for a share. It is Bjorn in front. Daddy Yankee a final try to get by. Bjorn reluctant to load, but full of run late. Bjorn to win it from Crab Daddy Yankee,
Well, the
and then
6-9
Edelweiss.
is 62nd.
Those were some of the best tennis matches in the 80s. Bjorn
apparently
Borg.
the 10, who was the morning line favorite at Aqueduct, scratched.
Furry Fox.
Yes.
Off just a bit, is in the
Or
third
the-
position. It's a gap of
Good
another
luck
2.5
at the
lengths
Big
there.
A, if anybody alive.
Behind them comes Awesome Roberta, is trying to make up some ground.
Rodney will,
Stages.
I
Tower
think, probably go
22
Churchill
on
next.
here from that fifth spot, just past Infatuation, who's now back to sixth. Then in behind them, Olivia's Wish from the back, trying to rally on Bella Luna Mia. He's running to the outside of Dear John with the trailer backwater. The leader is now Viamente, who's just cruising along through a quick
Yeah,
open.
that 15's long gone.
Back up that early tempo, and now Viamente looks very strong at the top of the stretch.
Was
Jose
owned by Gary Barber and Team Valor International. The trainer is
Well,
Mark
Gary and his
Cassie, and the
barber.
rider is Sutton.
in just a touch, but
Oops.
No, that was me.
clear.
No, you're fine. 15 gonna win, Chris. You're okay. Or it's gonna win by like 10, 12, 15 lengths.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Viamente wins it down alley. Viamente wins it. Tower 22 up for second. Then King. Awesome Roberta.
All
Where are
right.
we going, Woodbine?
Before we get to Gulfstream, we've
Woodbine.
got 1 minute to Gulfstream, race 9, and 5 minutes to Woodbine, race 7. So how do you think this is going to play out?
I think we should just do Woodbine because it's a state. It's
Yeah.
a stakes race.
Yeah,
Woodbine.
let's do that.
Okay. They'll probably go up the same time anyway.
So
Yeah.
I was one here for Cassie on top with the
50,
13.
you're getting 51 to 1 on the one, oldie?
That's insane. I apparently am the only one who likes the one.
Yeah, apparently.
So I'll take a bit of that.
Caitlin,
Tad, if you will.
Caitlin, her highness ended up likely being the favorite here, oldie, right?
Yeah, and we talked about that horse for sure.
Mhm.
Wins the race in by like 3 miles. But, you know, the post is not great.
2 lengths. No, not too long, but
Not the greatest post though. Elysian Fields is
that
another
was my
horse.
top pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going.
And then I had a little bit of interest in the 5 Fashionably Fab, who you're getting 9 to 1 on. Is it won multiple grade 3 races on the synthetic?
I mean, and fairly, I mean, this kudos to the connections. I mean, 9 wins and 15 tries with 3/3. I mean, win nearly $500,000. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously fits for Kevin Attard here and Moran rides.
And, you know, was the morning line. I would expect it to take money towards the end here. But right now, really, the only one taking money is the 13 and a little bit on the 2.
Who's the current long shot? I mean, the 2 is the 2. Who's the trainer here? Oh, Catherine Day Phillips. Don't know her, but Ryan Munger rides. I mean, this horse, oldie, coming out of those Saratoga and Woodbine turf races, definitely taking a drop, and the GSR also goes up. This horse won this weekend last year on the Maple Leaf Stakes, which we covered earlier. So, you know, oh, this is the Maple Leaf. Sorry, this is this is the winner of the race last year. Go ahead.
And this is also the 13's the King's Plate winner, even though even though it's a filly.
Yes.
So I would call this probably your top filly in Canada right now, your Canadian filly champion. And she's going back to facing fillies and mares here. So, you know, sometimes that can make it easier. Sometimes you see an effort like you saw out of Thorpino Anna after coming out of the
Travers.
Yes, thank you. But you know, maybe that Keeneland race was that effort, even though it was a grade 1.
Matt, are you saying the 6 is favored here at Woodbine in a lot of the will pays? Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
The 6 is 1790 in the doubles. You know, in Oldie and I covered this race. I really thought Elysian Field fit here. I'm getting back to, you know, with Cassie getting her back over to the synthetic because, you know, she just really romped in her 3-year-old campaign. And then they put her on all those turf races at Gulfstream in New York and then ultimately over at Woodbine. But, you know, and then she ran great last out. She stretches out here. Like, I loved her in this race. I mean, you're getting, Matt, an awesome price at 5 to 1 currently. Matt must be starting to put some money in the pool.
Yeah. All 3 pools.
Well, I think she's the favorite, I think, in all probably the pick 3, pick 4, whatever other will pays there are.
So Gulfstream's off. I'm just taking a quick look. Let's see if we can get another big price there.
Oh, can we? Here, I'm going to pull it up real quick.
We're in the stretch run.
Yono coming down to the wire. It's Street Ready, and Mika Husbands with the lead. Cashier Check is surging, and it's Street Ready holding on to win it. Street Ready over Cashier Check second. Slim Slow Slider third, and Yono.
Is Mika Husbands' husband
good.
Patrick Husbands?
So I singled that
Nine.
6 in the pick 4
Keeper out
Oldie,
is
in the
Forever
last,
Dixie,
and then I did have the 3 there, but I only
Efrata,
have 2
and
horses
Sophia
in the net.
Vives to gate number 11. And the last 2 come to the line. Queen Regent
Oh,
and Caitlin Her
Mr.
Greatness to the outside gate. Stand
Mr.
by for a start.
Matt Gum, Matt
Moves
Miller.
in.
Looks
Now
like
they're all in. Luck.
he won a entry to tomorrow.
Racing in the Maple Leaf, and Caitlin Her Greatness got an incredibly good start from the outside. And she's up with them. Ecstasy began well near the inside from the girl from Ireland, and on the rail, Aha Moment, Fashionably Fab the centre. So Caitlin Her Greatness is up on the outside, sharing 4th. A length behind them came Millie Girl, and in the centre,
6
Alicia
now having
Field.
a
Blueberry
great
Fields
trip.
is
Now
on their
gonna be in
outside and caught a bit
between
wide.
them.
Efrata,
No, they took
2.5 to Queen Regent, second last, and last Forever Dixie. Showing the way, Aha Moment, about a half a length to Ecstasy in second. A length and a half away third, sharing the placing there is the girl from Ireland, and Caitlin Her Greatness. She couldn't have asked for a better spot in the run, and she tracks the top pair in third. A clear third from the girl from Ireland now. A length away, Fashionably Fab, shading Millie Girl. Blueberry Fields on their outside, caught a bit wide, still Efrata. A break of 3 to Queen Regent is nibbling forward. On the inside, Elysian Field is second last, and quiet at the back is Forever Dixie. About 8 lengths first to last. And going forward is Ecstasy on the outside to push Aha Moment. Right behind them, Caitlin Her Greatness lobbing along beautifully, a length and a half away third. Coming through the pack, Fashionably Fab, Blueberry Fields and Efrata, a wide trip. On their inside, the girl from Ireland Hugs the Rail is still sharing 4th. And on the inside, Millie Girl, a little worse than mid-pack from Queen Regent, started to wind up. Back second last, Elysian Field, and last Forever Dixie. As they race off the turn in the Maple Leaf, Ecstasy in front. Here comes Caitlin Her Greatness. She's going early and she's gone up and taken over. And Caitlin Her Greatness on the outside makes the move to the lead. On the rail, Ecstasy is a neck away second, now a half. 2 to Fashionably Fab, and they raced away from Queen Regent, running on. Caitlin Her Greatness just coasting into the stretch in the Maple Leaf. 2 in front, Ecstasy in second. Down the centre, Fashionably Fab. Caitlin Her Greatness being chased by stablemate Fashionably Fab. Caitlin Her Greatness nudged along for the first time. Elysian Field coming down the outside. And Millie Girl is late.
Come on,
Caitlin
baby.
Her Greatness, a length
Get
and a
up.
half. Elysian Field
Get up.
absolutely storming to the front. And Millie Girl in the centre. And Elysian Field has got up to win from Millie Girl and Queen Regent. Caitlin Her Greatness just didn't finish it off.
Good
and then
spot.
Forever Dixie, Fashionably Fab, and the rest headed by
Got too
Ecstasy. And
close
the
to a
time
hot pace
coming
and
up
moved
at
too early.
2-2 and 14/100ths.
I mean, just ran them down there. Real nice. I hope you guys got something in there. The money speaks again. And that is not to be understated. Watch the tote board. There's one guy in the chat here that watches the tote board like nobody else, and that's Matt.
So Oldie, are you remind me, you're still alive at Churchill?
Yeah, to our 3-horse Spirit Wind here.
Looks good. I got the sound this time.
Okay, Churchill Downs coming up. Well, yes, it is a clinic. What do you want to?
It looks like Oldie, there was a few scratches in this race. I never really went back and looked, but I gotta imagine that the scratches probably only help. But
exactly,
I should have made him come on today, but maybe him just being in the chat was better.
It feels like if you like Spirit Wind here, that there's a Maddox double into the next race as well. Either to the 2 or the 8. You're getting 6-1 on the 2, and you're getting 5-1 on the 8. From Spirit Wind here.
You guys want to try and handicap the last 3 races from Laurel and from Uruguay?
No.
GSRs and strength of races.
Pass.
Like that one day that it loaded and
showed up. Yes, it was great.
Yeah, that was actually really cool. I want to see that again.
I know. We got to tell them to load those extra races.
All right, but at Churchill, so I'm just talking about a double because of scratches. I think either Track Phantom, who was on the Derby trail, ran in the Derby, first race back or Rocket Can. One of those two horses, I think, likely wins that race. And you're getting 6-1 on Track Phantom and 5-1 on Rocket Can.
The 3-horse Horace Mann, that's the name of the school my kids go to. Oh, sorry, I got the sound.
Accomplished Girl broke out in stride and headed over to the inside to lead the way. Awesome Treat comes on to grab second. Mystic Pleasure between them third. Here's Spirit Wind now. Very keyed up after that slow start. Races up into
Oh,
fourth.
no, I didn't see that.
For the inside in fifth. Into Love at the back in sixth. Heading for the far turn. Accomplished Girl, the leader.
Now gonna go wide.
Pleasure through a sharp turn, 21-3. They're on the far turn, 1-2. Here's Spirit Wind now. Steady progress up to be third on the outside. Uppercase
Not
comes
gonna be
through.
good enough
To go.
here.
Awesome Treats going the wrong way.
Yeah, it's
Into
tough
Love
when you
at
break
the
slow.
back. Up top, Accomplished Girl. More serious pressure from Mystic Pleasure. Uppercase inside of Spirit Wind. They're off the turn. Accomplished Girl cut the corner. Holds on to the lead by a length and a half. Now it's a length and 3/4. Here comes Uppercase down the center. Mystic Pleasure fighting on. Spirit Wind. Game effort as well. Furlong to go. Uppercase.
That's
is
not a
up
game
for the
effort.
lead.
No, not at all.
Way. Uppercase with a perfect trip. Will score by a length in the end. Mystic Pleasure was second. Tough Luck for Spirit Wind third. And Accomplished Girl fourth.
I've had more of those slow starts lately.
Yeah, those are tough. Good job, Matt. We appreciate you joining us as always, too. That's awesome. And I'm happy that you crushed it today. It's even better.
All right, where are we going?
There was a
next?
horse in that race that scratched, Oldie, called Miss Arlington.
There won't be any other horses with those kind of names, so unfortunately. Let's see, was that the 9 or the 9? And would have had no shot in that race either.
Yes.
All right, so we got 18 minutes to Gulfstream, 22 minutes to Woodbine.
Now I know.
we can-
We're entering the final stages of the show because all the tracks are ending.
Or we could look at a decent sized field at Delaware that goes off in 2 minutes.
Yeah, why we haven't covered a race there today? Why don't we go there?
Now let's start with the race sim. We got 2 minutes here.
We got a
Maybe we'll-
GSR increase, a Scotty Longshot, and a pace square, Oldie.
Yep. And it has it not even close, but let's look at this horse. First time turf. No, not first time turf, but first time in a long time.
Whoa, that's a tad intriguing.
I mean, last time ran against 64s on the turf and almost won. It's at Anita at 5.5.
Look at this horse is only, I guess it has early in its career, they actually had this horse over on the turf and it actually ran really well.
Yeah.
So they're actually kind of going back to, probably some of its great efforts. Obviously he has a lot of second places, but the 8th though, probably going to end up putting a little bit of pressure maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that's seems to be the main threat. The 5 has a little bit of speed too, but it hasn't shown it and tends to break slow,
which is good for the 4. 4 has a bullet at work. Huh. Okay.
And then the 1 maybe on the drop. I'm just looking to see what else we have here. Maybe the 1 on the drop is the other play there. Because this 5 is taking a ton of money for a horse that doesn't really break well.
The 4 horse is the top SOR and has a great GSR. I guess, no, not top SOR. Sorry, I was just looking at this distance. If that 4 horse, Oldie, can get anywhere back to any of that turf back class, and if the 8 really is not able to show too much speed, but I think that I'm assuming Frag gonna send the 8. So, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't like any of the favorites here. The 8 or the 5.
what about Frazu riding the 2? I mean, this horse should have some pace to chase. Frazu has not rode before and gets aboard here.
We're off at Del Mar.
Are
Oh,
we?
Goes up in the second. Then Saria on
Can
the
you hear it?
chasing
Yeah.
Serendipity
Yeah.
goes up between horses. Big Mama Sue is second last. Platinum
Spent too
Diva.
much time talking and not enough time acting there.
So it's My Little Runaway who leads the way early on. Tiago Pereira and My Little Runaway out there to lead by a length and a half. Empress Elia's second half. Empress Elia's second. Saria is third to the outside as they enter the backstretch. Tiergarten tucks in fourth, 23.2.
Four cleared though, Justin.
Chasing Serendipity.
yeah. I still thought that when I saw Frazu there last minute, I thought really had a shot here.
Is 8 lengths off the lead. Halfway up the backstretch here, and it is My Little Runaway. Up top, one shot leader by a length and a half to Empress Ellie in second as they continue their
Here
journey.
comes your 2.
Saria is
Yeah,
third to the outside. Then it's
You're gonna have to get out, though.
47.54 was that half mile. Chasing Serendipity has 4.5 lengths to make up. Then Highlands on the outside of Big Mama Sue, who's bottled up behind horses, going to need a way to
Dude
get through.
just kind of could never get out. Get up.
Diva is the trailer.
The one was just too far back.
Side with Empress Ellie, and they're 1-2 at the top of the stretch. Saria and Empress Ellie, these two stride for stride with 1 furlong to go. Tiergarten is third. My Little Runaway is given way. Big Mama Sue trying to mount a late charge toward the inside. Still Saria and Empress Ellie. Empress Ellie inside. Saria to the outside. Empress Ellie's gonna do it.
Yep.
Empress Ellie over Saria. Big Mama Sue beyond late. Then a photo between Platinum Diva and Tiergarten.
Billy, welcome.
Oldie, just want to give you a quick shout out that your Jayhawks are up by my count 29.5 to 7 over
29.5, really?
Yeah. Well, when you're getting 8.5, you add that on there. It's 29.5.
Okay.
Welcome, Billy.
I don't know if anybody caught the Kansas North Carolina game last night.
I saw just the highlights, Oldie. I didn't really get a chance to ever watch it, but that looked like a great game.
Yeah, I mean, the first half was a blowout, and then the second half was the North Carolina comeback, and then just falling short.
I'm watching the Georgia Ole Miss football game, and there's a squirrel running around on the field, and they're kind of like trying to catch it, and everybody's jumping out of the way from it. They're trying to step on its tail. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? It just ran under the cooler. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Got
a little bit of some time here until the next race on our schedule, which is Woodbine race 8 at 4:50 p.m., 16 minutes away.
No, we have Gulfstream. There's a handicap race.
Oh, yeah.
13 minutes away.
13 minutes.
And they just flashed up on the screen that with 2 races left, there are 0 live tickets in the Rainbow Six.
Yeah. I mean, Oldie, that did make sense, right? What
142,000 tickets, and there are 0 live with 2 races left.
I'm curious what the pool was today. We said he played in the Rainbow Six, so there's only 80,000 in it. So I guess that's not too surprising.
Quick request here, maybe before we get to the next couple of races. Billy wants to know who you like in race 1. What do you think of the 1 in race 5 at Del Mar?
Well, speed always dangerous, sprinting on the turf, Billy, and you have Hector Berrios riding a speed horse. So, it's the second pick from Oldie. If you want to jump over Del Mar race 5,
doing it right now.
So, and the GSR goes up on the move back off. So it's cutting back. And I mean, it won 2 back sprinting on the lead. So I mean, yeah, you got to like a horse like Run for Kidder. I mean, has a bull at work there on October 26th. So, I think, you definitely got to like something like that. I mean, the 10 obviously wins the race sim is the top pick at 2-1, but it's only 16%. So if the race sim actually shows the 9 getting the lead, but that horse is flipping over from the dirt to the turf. So if the 9 doesn't really like the turf, which we think is probably likely, I think Billy, the 1 could get loose maybe. The 8 and 9 both don't want the turf. So
yeah. No,
Billy's looking for a double. Race 4, race 5, 1-1 double.
Race 4, race 5.
Wild Recruit there. Yeah, that's corner.
What else is
all
in this race, I
speed.
guess?
I'm keeping an eye on Gulfstream for you guys. 9 minutes to post, 13 to Woodbine.
I mean, there's
That's
some
not a
big
bad
works on
play,
this
Billy.
too.
What's the will pay on it? I would assume you're getting, maybe somewhere around 30-1, 25-1.
Oldie can pull that up.
Hold on, I'm just looking at some of the other horses. I mean, that's not a great field.
That maiden claimer.
You're getting 9-1
Oh.
on a 1-1 double.
Well, that means that one horse, the EquinEdge Morning Line, is much more accurate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not going to get 15-1 on that horse for sure.
Yeah.
So let's see. So if you went 3-1, you're getting 45. I'm just looking. I'm only saying the 3 because it's the second fastest horse, but it backs up when it gets the stretch every time.
But if you're getting like 9-1 on the 1-1 and you're getting 30-40 something with the 3, I mean, you could play them both. It's still worth the extra $1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From that standpoint.
And it does tell you that people like that 1 in the next race too.
I'm not sure how the 7, who's the second favorite in race 4, I just don't know how that horse on a 5.5 dirt sprint, I don't know how it's going to close. I just don't see it.
And I would caution that it's very early, that we're still 20 post. So you could see some decent changes in the probables as well. It could get bet down or could creep up a little bit there. You only have about 3,200, 3,300 in the pool right now.
I just can't take horses like that on the dirt.
Yeah. Going 5.5 in what's mostly a paceless race. I mean, it stretched the 7's 5 behind.
The tide is high tide, so the track should play more fair. Would be the only thing I would say about the 7 is, if the tide was low, the 7 probably got no shot. But that's still so hard. Like, I mean, that horse is gonna likely be so far back.
Georgia Tech beats Miami.
Oh, that's gonna crush Cam Ward's Heisman. Like, I mean, he probably still has a shot, but
28-3.
Oh my God!
They did it on a strip sack of Cam Ward too.
Oof.
Yeah.
You got a horse that's 4-5 at Gulfstream in the next.
Oh, so I only have 2 horses in my pick 4, Oldie. It was $36. We singled that 6, and then we got the 3 in the second leg. I only have the 5 and 9. Who's the favorite?
Am I looking at the wrong race here?
No, that's the right race. Yeah.
Yeah, race 10.
Yeah.
What was I looking at? I was looking at the wrong race then, because I was looking before at the odds on the. I was going back and looking at the pool and forgot I did that. Okay. So the 9 is your favorite. It's a 1-turn race. You know, there is one scratch here, so it's the 8 post, and that is, you know,
2 scratch. No, 2 scratches.
2 scratches. So that's
Yeah.
7 posts. That's not awful.
Yeah, and there's a lot of speed from Jaramillo on the 5. I mean, Amicio is sending with the 5 for sure. I mean,
but is it? I mean, I guess the 8 for Sano might be the other speed here.
but Amicio gonna send. I mean, he has one way. Especially sprinting on the dirt. But no, I used the 5, and then if the 5 can't wire, then I thought the 9 could pick it up. But I mean, the 8 won on the lead, right? 2 back. So
against this group of 72s, it's a long layoff though.
Well, that's how I didn't like the 4 at all. I didn't like the 8. The 2 was the only other horse I really considered, but I didn't like that horse because it burned money 3 back on the synthetic. And then, its only wins came as a favorite, but it's not run great in the last 2 for Riley Mopp. But Paco rides. I mean, I thought it was too. I had the 5 on top over the 9 and then the 2. That's how I saw this race. But
Goldie, 36.5 to 10. KU.
Okay.
That's 28 to 10 for those traditional people.
So, if the 8 doesn't get the lead, the 8's done though. That's pretty much
But I don't think the 8's faster than the 5. You think that 8 can go with the 5?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I like the price better on the 8.
Well, I don't like the 8 because I don't have the 8.
but the 8 does break slow, or did last year. But, did beat better than this group as well in an open stakes race.
The horse obviously working well, right? I mean, has bullet work there. It was working well in early October, being consistently getting ready for this race. So, you just can't like whatever happened last out and then goes on a nearly a year-long layoff, right? And Sano only 5% off the layoff. So, yeah.
That kind of priced in, I feel like, at 6 to 1. I mean, if it wasn't for the layoff, this horse is your favorite, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're probably right.
And we have been seeing a lot of crazy things happen today. There.
Well, now is not the time for another one.
I mean, I do think it's between those horses. I don't like the 2 at all.
Well, that's good. I'm glad because I didn't use it either. Yeah, I don't like those efforts either. I mean, even though you get Paco, it's just not great after those wins. There looks to be something wrong with this horse. Like, it just doesn't look like it really fits at this level anymore. But it does get back. I mean, it does stretch out at 7. I mean, but the 2 may end up going off as the favorite even. I mean, currently 5 to 2.
We're getting close to post. 1 minute to go. 5 minutes to go at Woodbine. We'll see if they can figure out a way to go off on top of each each other.
Mr. Matt Gum, Matt sent me a text, guys. He's already on the BCBC path for next year. He won a nice little qualifier into, I think tomorrow there's a BCBC tournament for winning entries into next year already.
Yeah, I was having a discussion with somebody the other day on what will be more difficult next year, the BCBC or the Kentucky Derby Betting Challenge. And I think the Kentucky Derby Betting Challenge is going to be more difficult because you're going to have to deal with the Derby. And it's 20 horses, and there are a lot of crazy things that can happen on that Derby card. It's a lot of races. I don't know how many minimums they're going to set up for that. But it should be very interesting to track that as well. And people are qualifying for that, during the week all the time.
Well,
it was on with Scotty, talked about that. There are a lot of contests that are going on. There are $100 ones. You get 50 into the prize pool, 50 to play. It'll be fun to follow.
Well, I'll be curious if they allow superfectas in that Kentucky Derby. Okay. Now that's probably a good idea, but yeah, but even the tries, my point being a lot of people, those pools are so big in some of those races, Chris, that if you like to play, it's probably good they didn't put supers in it, but if you like to play tries, which a lot of people do in the tournaments, and I thought we might've seen it this year at the BCBC when somebody might win these things now, start winning them at $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, but if you're going to end up putting, a few thousand in, get some buddies and just, whatever, you can play tries and you have a great shot in tournaments like that. So.
Yeah. You obviously got to connect. I mean, Derek hit the try and the exacta to get into the BCBC. Once you get into that tournament, the waters get a little bit more rough, as we saw last weekend. You've got to hit some of those key long shots in there, either on top or underneath, to really cash it. It hasn't materialized yet, but I would imagine one day in the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge that will happen. Somebody will crush a try in the last race. And come from, it'll be a Hail Mary, and they'll nip the winner by a small amount by crushing a big try.
Yeah, at Woodbine, I'm looking at a 3-7-11 double.
All right.
Hey, will you pull up that Gulfstream race?
Yep, I'm just getting there now.
The Awesome Banner.
Which is still better than the Bruce Banner.
Big Effect in the red and yellow colors.
All right, let me see how I'm going to ascend here.
Here comes Apollo Code next.
3-1 on Big Effect.
Bill Bixby.
Yes. And my mother's old workout friend, Lou Ferrigno.
Joining the line, couple more to
there you
go. No joke.
And Holiday
They used to work out at the East Bank Club together.
Wow.
Holiday Pay to the outside will complete.
Wasn't he on King of Queens from time to time too, Lou Ferrigno?
I don't know. I didn't watch
Lou Ferrigno was on World's Strongest Man.
And
well, yeah, but he was on that King of Queens probably with
quickly for the center. Big Effect shows early speed. Out wide coming on is Deviato. Now Deviato is up to take a short
Unfortunately, it looks like Jaramillo didn't get the memo that he was supposed to hang on to the lead.
Nah,
he goes.
There is Icelander, a couple of lengths back to Roar Ready, and a couple more to Apollo Code, who trails. They complete the opening quarter here in 22-4, so a pretty good tempo out there with the lead. Big Effect shows the way by 3 parts of a length. Now on the outside, Deviato turns up the pressure from second, and Deviato is up now to take over from Big Effect, moving up on the outside.
Well, good call on the 9. That was probably going to win, it looks like.
Big Effect in the third position now.
The 8, you mean?
Mr. Skylight,
oh, sorry, the 8, yes.
Out wide next is Icelander, the gray, closing in from the 5th position. Halftime was up in 45.
No, the 9's going to go.
And they arrived near the quarter pole with the lead. It's Deviato.
Even though he's in hand.
Deviato on the board at 7-1. Has the lead by a
Looking
length.
around.
Now tacking on toward the inside. Mr.
How about you just
Skylight is making up
run?
ground, and on the
Yeah,
outside.
just
I
run.
understand you
Plays in
don't
third
want to cut
position.
anybody
He's
off.
straight and away for home. The one to catch is Deviato.
You're going to get
Bearing
caught
down
here because
Mr.
you're an idiot.
Skylight.
Oh no, the
Mr.
two.
Skylight is up
Yeah.
to take a short lead. Those two very tight together there. Icelander closing ground late. Mr. Skylight has the lead near the wire. Mr. Skylight will win it over Deviato's second, Icelander third, and Holiday Pay fourth in 1:23-2.
I'll be right back.
We're going to get right back over to Woodbine.
Like the 3 storm cast here.
Okay.
Justin and I talked about this race on the weekend preview, and one of my
Now
second
they're about
choice
to
horse
load for
actually
the
was the
Best
7 who
Arabian
scratched out
Stakes,
of
the
the
grade
race.
3, as the field comes up. A favorite at the moment.
We got
Number
like
6,
4
Gallon
races
Rush,
left,
3-1,
folks.
7-2 for both
Churchill,
race, Stormcast
Gulfstream,
and 10,
Churchill,
and that is
and
Love to
Woodbine.
Shop. Stormcast has gone ahead as they move forward now with Dolce Suppressor. They're going 7 furlongs for the grade 3 Best Arabian Stakes. The next to come up is Tito's Calling and has drawn gate number 2, followed along by Queen Macha. And goes in the gray. A Game has gate 5. And 2 gate number 6 is Gallon Rush. Now Expansive further across. Will come up later. Star Candy
Now,
goes
if you
ahead,
were
so
going to
Star
pay to
Candy
ship a
moves
horse
in.
to run in a race like this,
Next to load is
then
Love to Shop.
the jockey that Clement shipped in here.
Tripolina has gate 11.
What was your question again?
And they're moving up next with Owen's Tour Guide.
If you were going to pay to ship a
Well,
horse into Woodbine for this race
Metaphysical
from the
Mhm.
U.S.,
across.
wouldn't you
And to the
pay for
outside
a better
gate will be
jockey?
Storm Miami for O'Shane Murphy. And the last will be
What's the purse here?
Expansive.
I'm
For Austin Adams
135,
moves up. Stand by for a start. The Best Arabian
135K.
Stakes field is now all in.
No.
Love.
but then don't ship the horse. Is my point.
Shipping the horse is
Cross.
cheaper than shipping the jockey.
They stand well. No, he's not happy.
Willie would like you to know that Delta Downs is on in 57
And
minutes.
across to the center
57
here.
minutes to Delta
Look
Downs.
near the
I'll
inside.
be
with
looking at
horse
that after dinner, Willie.
You and all your sick Delta
One.
friends.
Yeah, and Sylvian's
There's
right. It's
Presser.
Canadian money.
So there has
That's
been
why
a
I'll
little reaction from the inside runner.
Math doesn't work.
And Tripolina, a rider out there. Let's have a take another look at that. It's Ian Ross.
What's going
They're
on
all
Triple
first.
Luna?
Delay
Delta
here for the
Downs.
start of the Best Arabian Stakes. Dolce Suppressor away from the gate. And Tito's Callings rider out of the saddle. More to come.
Oldie will be getting on Churchill race
Number
9.
1 is out.
here.
Dolce Suppressor is a late scratch by order of the stewards at the gate. A late withdrawal. Number 1, Dolce.
They do, Willie, which all when we cover them,
Start,
it
they're being
gives us
backed
up
away,
if
it
we get
looks like.
copyright violations for the music.
So we will have a delay for the start
All
of
the
this
time.
Arabian. They'll reload. It is
Super
one
annoying.
Dolce Suppressor officially out. And,
Scratch the one at
designated
Woodbine.
as a vet scratch.
Dolce
1.
Suppressa.
You ever
If
get
they're going to take 12 horses out of the gate or whatever, however many horses there were in this race, I think there was 13,
Yeah.
12 now. You know, this is going to take a while.
Yeah, we're going to be, we're in 0 minutes post for Churchill. We'll miss that one. But if you're ever in Beverly Hills, go hit Dolce La Vita for dinner and bring a bunch of money. Good stuff. And then if you want another good place, that's close to there on Santa Monica Boulevard. Go hit Dan Tanis. Absolutely fantastic. Italian food, the Troubadours next door. Find a night where you can catch a show. If you get a late dinner there after the show, lots of celebs hang out there. They're celebrating their 60th anniversary.
Going in the gate at Churchill. Let's see here.
Waiting for Bromley, Accretive, and
Bill
Blue Devil.
Spector. That's right. The Wall of Second.
That's, I believe, Delta the Acebonia Downs of the South is it. I think that's actually their slogan.
Yeah. Dan Tanis, that's right. It was
They're in the gate.
the lead character of the show
And
Vegas.
they're off. And Gulfstream Way and Track Phantom, the two of them out well. Horace Man with speed down inside two. Up the chute they go. Gulfstream Way up for a clear lead. And Gulfstream Way kicks away to lead by a length and a half. Track Phantom comes on to grab second, and Horace Man is settling into third. Lofty Adjudicators out in fourth. Aero Smash Racing fifth. Rocket Ken is sixth. Full screen toward the rail seventh. Accretive is eighth. Blue Devils in ninth. Condemns in 10th. And Bromley the trailer down the backstretch as they chase Gulfstream Way, who fires off a quarter in 22 and 4. Far turn run, Gulfstream Way pressed hard by Track Phantom. Track Phantom up to the neck of Gulfstream Way. And these two round the far turn together. 3 lengths back, Horace Man on the chase in third. Rocket Can's now fourth. Aero Smash in fifth. Accretive splits horses at mid-pack and is coming through toward the inside. Then it's
He's
full
gonna win
screen and
this.
Blue Devil. They come to the top of the stretch, and Track Phantom sidles up alongside of Gulfstream Way and takes charge off the turn. It's Track Phantom in front. Gulfstream Way's fighting on. Horace Man's not out of it. Horace Man third and trying to close in. And so is Accretive, and so is Rocket Can. Final 16th, Track Phantom, Gulfstream Way. Horace Man coming down the center. Horace Man coming down the center to win it.
Good call, Lee.
Horace Man ran down.
I was just watching races from the
the
future.
Gulfstream Way. Rocket Can.
Okay.
I'm not going to take credit for the fact that I didn't already see that finish like a full minute and a half before you heard it on there.
Yeah, for some reason I'm behind today. All right, let's get back out to Gulfstream. They're looking at getting into the gate. There we go.
Are they going to get in the gate here? They're still circling around. The riders are off the horses. Justin, this was one of our weekend preview races at Woodbine. The 7, who I think we both liked, scratched out of this race. And I know we both like the 3 here.
Yeah, that I was looking. The 7, who is a hat on top, and then who did I have? Oh, I had the 5 as well in a game, or a game. For Josie Carroll. That's right. And this was I don't know this jockey, Frazier. And I was looking at the 6 as well. Now that the 7 scratched.
Yeah.
I didn't like the 10 at all. Who's the favorite?
I agreed with you on that.
Yeah, I remember us looking at this race now.
And the 5, it just doesn't make sense that the 5 is a 12-1.
Mm-hmm.
And beat the 10 last time out. And the prices don't make sense. But it looks like we're going to be here for a while because those guys don't look like they're about to get on their horses. Oh, no, here we go. They're getting on. I mean, I don't think I really love the 6 either for Clement, but maybe a 3-5 exacta here, or exacta box.
I love the price. I mean, that's crazy on the 5, 12 to 1. Wow. Hey, Colin, welcome, buddy. Good to see you.
Colin, good to see you. I mean, we were fully in the gate when that scratch happened last time too, or last time they loaded. We went through the entire Churchill race, and they still weren't even on their horses.
What happened to the 7?
Oh, the 7 was scratched before.
Oh.
Was a morning scratch. The 1 was a
okay.
gate scratch. I did not see what happened, but it must have been bad enough that it took that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here we go. Two going in.
Five still 12 to 1. Wow.
It just, to me, I doesn't make sense that the 10's 5 to 2 in the. I know I said this before, and the. I mean, I can see 3 to 1 on the 3.
I played some 5 with the 6. I don't like either the 10 or the 3, but and then it's I know in the next race is the final kind of stakes race of the day up there.
Yep. I played a 3. I want to say it was 7-11 double.
Yeah, I was on the 9, 10, 11 in the next. You got the sound?
I do not.
I got it.
And going straight to the lead, Star Candy as they break. Away well. Storm Miami and Metaphysical, and up near the inside coming through is Stormcast. A-Game just off the pace. And settling mid-pack is Gallon a Rush. On the outside, Love to Shop. Queen Much of the Grey making headway up the inside. Back second last. Tito's calling. Last is Tribolina. Stormcast racing out in front to lead a length to Metaphysical, and 2 lengths away Storm Miami shading A-Game. And over on the inside of them is Queen Matcha. A length away, Owens Tour Guide, Love to Shop. Star Candy after beginning well, got well back. On the inside is Gallon a Rush, and a length and a half to Tripolina at last. He is calling. About 5 covers the field. 3.5 to run, and the leader by a length and a quarter. Stormcast, Metaphysical second. 1.5 away, Queen Matcha on the inside. A-Game the center. On their outside, Storm Miami. A length and a half, Owens Tour Guide. Then Star Candy improving again. Waiting on the inside for run. Gallon a Rush. At the back, Tripolina and Tito's calling.
6 have nowhere to go. Oh, wow. That was terrible.
Yeah. What horse was that? I didn't.
Well,
that was awful.
Away Stormcast in the Bessarabian, 2 lengths down the center. Storm Miami and Love to Shop coming on strongly down the outside.
That's awful ride on the 6,
Love
but
to Shop coming on the outside as the big
my
threat.
gosh.
Stormcast holding the lead from Love to Shop. Stormcast going on to win the Bessarabian from Love to Shop, and
Pace
got in for the show.
Yep. Pace.
Pace held.
Bad ride on the 6. Bad trip.
Time 1:22.
Yeah.
What horse went flying though? That was nasty.
That was the 12.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Not good.
Jockey was Jose Campos.
We have got an inquiry at the start with the 8 who refused. inquiry to the turn regarding Owen's tour guide. More to come on the Bessarabian Stakes.
12 jumped the start too.
Yeah.
That's good. Good to hear, Billy, on your one horse. Now you
Yeah.
need to get your other one horse.
Yep.
All right, let's see where we're at. We got 3 on the schedule here: Gulfstream, Churchill, and then back to Woodbine to close it out with the HPI Bet Autumn Stakes, Grade 2, right around 5:30 p.m.
All right. We are 10 minutes to the last at Gulfstream. Let's look at the. Oh, hold on, let me refresh this so that we get the will pays up here. I'm just curious as to what things are paying here.
You're still on Woodbine, Oldie.
Am I on the wrong screen here? Hold on.
Yeah,
That would.
there you go. Now you're on the right one.
Still not giving me what I thought there. Hold on. Put that there. Not getting any will pays at this time.
Yeah, I see
Let
that.
me look at the ADW because I'm curious whether the
No, the pick 5 has a couple. Only the 11 carry over. They're not. I mean, you have up to 70,000. There's only 100K in the pool, so you have a couple pool scoops in the 2 and the 9.
I wanted to see if if they don't show the Rainbow Six will pays. Otherwise, I would.
Yeah.
That's what I was actually looking for to see if it was paying 4 out of. It would have had to been paying minimum 4 out of 6. There was nobody alive going into the last race, but I want to see if there were any 3 out of 6s there.
You don't. I don't think you get anything if you don't hit 6.
I think they pay 5 out of 6, but you may be right.
No, I think they only pay 4 out of 5 in the pick 5. I don't think they pay 5 out of 6 in the pick 6.
Correct. You are correct, Oldie. I've adjusted. Sorry.
Yeah.
108. Yeah, you're right. 108K in the pick 5 there at Gulfstream.
And it really looked like in that race, hold on. I think this 2 has a decent shot here.
The 10 is the favorite, the doubles at 2880. Big Boy Jack.
No, the 10 scratch.
10 scratch. That's
okay. That's the
consolation pay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But why doesn't the 2 go get to wire here?
Yeah, it's such a bummer. The pick 4s are paying nice too, anywhere from 1,000 to 11,000. But I didn't use that 2 horse in the last. But I pressed the all button here, Oli. I have zero preference on this race. This is a tough one. I mean, the 2 would not surprise me at all.
I mean, for me, it was the 2 and the 7, and maybe you take a little bit of the 3. I mean, you don't get a Scotty first pick that's 14-1 very often.
I mean, I would play the pace here in the 2. I mean, the rail, they're on the outside turf course, or they're on the, there's a 66-foot rail. So, Luca Panici on the lead going to be tough, in my opinion. The man up front, going to be up front.
Yeah.
Only 31-13 KU over Iowa State at halftime.
I mean, Oldie, if you go back to those races earlier this year, they were 7.5, but both of those races that were the 2-1 on the lead, so
yeah,
and you even go back to, those were 62 and 58 in the, ran a stakes race. So,
and maybe the 2 just, getting back to turf too. At a more reasonable level with no other pace in this race. I mean, the 4 has shown speed in the past.
But that was going to the turf for the first time going 2 churns. Only second time the horses, I guess second time going 2 churns.
Yeah. Does have a couple 3-star works though.
Yeah.
They do not, Billy, pay 5 out of 6. They only pay 5 out of 6 if it's a mandatory day at Gulfstream. So nobody's getting any pick 6 money back today at Gulfstream.
The one wins the race, Sam.
Yeah, no, I thought the 1 and 3 had looks. That's probably just 1, 2, 3 for me. The Scotty picks. That's really but it wouldn't surprise me if the 6 win, who's taking all this money, or but not that wasn't for me. Somebody even Jaramillo riding the 9, and this horse is a massive bomb. So.
Maybe Scotty's betting on the 6 because it's a GSR jump horse.
Gets back to turf. Only second time turf, but we had a good win 2 back.
Yeah.
Not sure Scotty's playing. He is out of town.
I know. I was being facetious. All right. So we still have 6 minutes here. What else can we do here? Maybe a try. Maybe a 1, 2, 3 trifecta here. That's going to pay pretty well. Maybe you use the 7 underneath in that. Is there enough pace for this 6? Let's just see where that 6 is going to be sitting early. I mean, still almost 3 lengths back in that 6 and the 9 in the stretch. I just think.
Probably gonna have a little bit of pace, but I still think that 2 could be tough on the front end. But maybe gets if the 4A kind of pressed the 2, sets up, but the 1 or 3 are likely to get the first jump over somebody like the 6, but.
Let's see what if I clear out what I did earlier, let's do a $6 try. Let's see what the ticket generator has for us here. So it wants you to use 7 in second.
Mr. Abario
Does have 5 seconds in 23 races.
And 9 thirds.
Yeah. Definitely a use underneath horse. See who else likes to, let's see the distance. Who else likes to finish second? Nobody has more than 1 second. Maybe the 3.
The 9 would also be a horse that for me I would be using in a trifecta oldie.
I just the 9 and the 6. I just don't know if there's enough pace for them to run into.
I do think the 9 could hit the try. I don't think the horse can win, but
I have a former horse to watch. So the 9 here, like the old horse to watch algorithm.
Would you have a note?
Yeah, I was putting notes on those. So you see it. Let's see what these other notes were too. But this one was horse to watch. Let's see. It looks like I had a note on the 8 and the 7. So
sometimes I go through these and I find notes from like 4 years ago like that.
Yeah, here is a note from 3 years ago.
Flying late but wide. Too far off the pace.
And let's see, the 7, when is this note from? 2023. Moved late, showed good late pace, but tough closing with rail out from inside posts. rail is
66 feet.
66 feet.
Yeah, that's why the 16 to 1 on the 2, a great price.
Yeah. All right. We are a minute from post. How close are we to the gate here?
They're getting ready. They shouldn't be too bad. That 7 horse is taking too much money, in my opinion. But
Willie says Scotty doesn't have a computer with him, but he could have an iPad or his phone.
the iPad, the way to go, in my opinion, makes it very easy to handicap on the fly.
All right. Circling around a little more here. Chris will be back in a minute to pull this up full screen. Circle, circle.
The 3 is the top Scotty pick, Oldie, and
Yeah.
I mean 13 to 1.
And 14%. It's not like it's one of those 2% or 5%ers. You're getting 9 to 2 on the second pick. I mean, it's because the money all went to the 7 and the 6 early. 4 is taking a lot of money too for Cassie now.
Yeah, I see that.
They're thinking about getting to the gate.
Over to the turf course. They'll be headed to the starting gate momentarily. It's your last call to wager. Last call for race 11 at Gulfstream.
1, 2, 3 for me. Come on, some combo.
We got 8 minutes to Churchill with the Churchill down the River City Stakes, 3-year-olds and up. And then we will wrap this up with the final at Woodbine. Thank you all for joining again. Appreciate it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button in the coming weeks as we get closer to the end of the year and the start of the Gulfstream Park Championship meet. And Santa Anita will have a few more giveaways to hand out to you folks as well. Only we'll have to figure that out next week. I've got some time. Maybe you just ship everything to me and I'll send it all out. Make it easy.
All right.
And they've reached the gate. It's post time. Getting set to load in for today's 11th race. 1 mile distance on the firm turf course here.
I got to tell you, the backup announcer at Gulfstream is not all that bad.
Husbands already has a couple.
Yeah, I'm not sure that is. I've heard him before. He does a good job.
Here with the current favorite, and that's Mr. Abario.
I had my Arrogate answer
Blue
ready.
Slide Park and Anamnestic.
It's not Arrogate.
Here comes Mr. Abario. And the man up front.
The man up front.
Mailman Money and Copper Light, the next 2.
What if the owners are like, no, we can't sell this horse. It's making mailman money.
And the Gray Street Earnings.
Mailman, the mail delivery folks are going to get air-conditioned vehicles real soon.
It's pretty amazing that they don't have air-conditioned vehicles.
Yeah.
And they're off and running.
You like saying that they're going to get 4-wheel drive soon.
Up front early toward the inside.
Or an automatic
transmission.
transmission.
Up front is up front and has the lead.
Oh, they are automatic.
First turn.
The old Jeeps were.
Earnings up on the outside in the second position. Then toward the inside against the rail, Anamnestic is third. Out wide coming on from fourth is Mailman.
Always reminds me of the Seinfeld episode where Jerry's delivering the mail for Newman and he delivers too much of it.
As they race around the turn and head down the backstretch.
They knew
now,
it wasn't
and
Newman.
Conway and Blue Slide Park are still the trailers. The opening quarter was 24 seconds flat. They raced down the backstretch.
Or the
Ian
recycling
up
dig
front. And Luca Panici
with
showing way
Newman
by a
and
length and a
Kramer.
quarter. Street Earnings stalking the leader from the outside in the second position. Further to the outside, Mailman Money. We have Copper Light and Anamnestic in the top 5 as they complete the opening half in 48 and 1/5. And now they bend onto the far turn. The man up front still leads the way by a length. On the outside, Street Earnings still stalking from second. Out wide in that third position is still Mailman Money against
One got a lot of horse.
Anamnestic. Then we have between horses Copper Light. Outside of Copper Light trying to close in is Pet Matt. And then we have Mr. Abario and the
Got to get out though.
Three-quarter time was 1:11 and 3. They turned for home. The man up front is going to try and go all the way, but here comes Street Earnings. Street Earnings right up alongside the leader, and they battle here as they come inside the final furlong.
Man up
Also
front
closing
game.
in is Anamnestic. It's Street
Well,
Earnings and the man up front, and Anamnestic to the wire. Anamnestic surges.
Wow.
Anamnestic gets
1
up to
4.
win over Street Earnings.
Why the
and man
4
up
got to
front and
even
Copper
be in
Light
there?
in
I know.
1:34 and 1.
No, Alan, haven't shipped anything. Heads up, things will be going out the next, probably late next week. So just give us some time and we will make sure you guys get everything. I've got your emails, so when they ship, I will send you tracking. Ugh. All right, Oldie, let's and Justin, let's get over to Churchill Downs race 10.
Yes, so the River City Stakes grade 3. I was on the 8, the 1, and the 9 here.
Okay.
Justin, what did you? I think you also like Battle of Normandy a little bit. The 8.
Yeah,
think you had some
I had
other-
Emmanuel on top. I just thought it was much better than these on the drop, if I remember correct.
Yeah, sounds right.
I've got an entertainment bet on Hades just for fun. Bejarano, I think, won earlier on the card at a big price, so I'm going to go there 17 to 1. I don't expect to win, but I'm not donating a ton of money here. But
yeah, I'm trying. No, I don't think you like the 4 either, Justin. But the 4 getting bat a little bit, 7 to 2. Battle of Normandy, right about where we thought that horse would be. I mean, nobody's really taking a ton of money here.
Yeah.
Cash Equity's right where the morning line said that horse should be. I mean, I guess Master of Hounds is taking money off a 12 to 1 morning line.
Yep, for Philomena's Tomato and Florent and his Giroux.
Did you see that note this week about Philomena's Tomato and his for
Positive
for meth? Yes.
Yeah, and again, we know all how these things happen. It's not these guys aren't. Phil D'Amato is not giving horses meth. We know that, right? Nobody is doing that.
He's not running a meth lab in his barn either.
No, it's the work that's around them. It's touch. It's environmental contamination. I think it's fairly obvious. They didn't. They've dropped the provisional suspensions for those, which is the right move. But they'll be able to trace that stuff back. But again, man, you look at the workforce you have with all these things, and I don't want to get too much into the geopolitical nature, but you've got a lot of those folks that are backstretch workers that maybe dabbling in this and that or the other, and you're either going to have to test these people to be around the horses.
Close time in a minute.
Or do something to eliminate that stuff. But I don't think that any of these guys are giving their horses meth. I mean, there was a guy in another place, you follow the Pollock report, they got this guy on video, like injecting the horses in the knees, right in the knees with two different substances that are legal, but within the race period time, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Are you going to appeal?" He's like, "No, they have me on video."
Are at the gate.
Well,
Hey, Chris, I got sound here.
Okay.
I was going to suggest that they had Flightline on video snorting a line of cocaine before the race, like he's Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there was just an article, I think, on ESPN or Yahoo Sports about the late 80s and early 90s, the amount of, NBA players that were on coke doing games. So,
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
The last one will be cash equity.
Talk to Lyle Alzado. I mean, he was on everything.
In the gate.
I would, but isn't he dead? So it'd be hard. I'd have to do a seance to talk to him.
Sounds up near the
There you go. I think Dan Doran, you got the comment of the show. Giving meth to Muth or Muth to meth.
He comes on to put some pressure on, and down inside is public sector. But it is Wonderful Justice who leads the way biased the first time. And Battle of Normandy with only light pressure sitting in second. Public sector settles in toward the rail third. Gigante just 2.5 lengths off the lead in fourth. Emmanuel is headstrong down inside fifth. Cash equity 3 wide 6. Reckoning Force in between horses seventh. Master of Foxhounds near the back of the pack in eighth after that early beginning. And Hades has settled in as the trailer as they turn to the backstretch run. Wonderful Justice and Battle of Normandy together through a quarter in 24 and 3. Battle of Normandy is a bit headstrong out there.
I don't think he was headstrong. I think he just wasn't going to let
off together. They've opened up by 3. Gigante, a clear third now. Public sector down.
Gigante gonna set a really good trip.
Miles 39 and 4, so the fractions are soft. They hit the far turn. Wonderful Justice, the leader. Battle of Normandy in second.
Manuel's going the wrong way.
Well, the horse was rank and headstrong, and the jockey choked the horse, and was quite the disaster.
Of Normandy.
Up into fifth and in between horses now.
It can be tough. Good price, 4 to 1.
Top of the stretch. Battle of Normandy comes off the turn and takes charge and kicks on by 2. Battle of Normandy clear by 2 with a furlong to go. Reckoning Force and Gigante.
All over the place, though. I mean,
is trying to hang tough. Master of Foxhounds dives to the rail, but time is running out. And Battle of Normandy is clear by 3, and he's gonna do it. Battle of Normandy, the winner in the end.
I believe now won 3 straight.
It was third, and Cash Equity in a photo for fourth with Wonderful Justice.
Good thing for Luan Machado, there's only one wire at Churchill.
Yeah, 3 in a row now for Battle of Normandy.
Yep.
Looks like was once a very highly considered horse. Looks like maybe maturing into the horse they always thought this horse would be.
All right, guys. One last race. We're going to get out to race 9 at Woodbine. 5 minutes to post.
Yep. So I didn't like the E picks at all here. I threw the 12 and the 9 out completely. I thought they were both. The 12 I thought was, taking a big step up in class here, and the 9 I just didn't see. And the bettors apparently agree with me on the 9 because nobody's betting the 9 here. But I thought that the 11 Dresden Row, grade 3 winner, multiple grade 3 winner, I think has a shot here if Paramount Prince gets pushed too fast. Paramount Prince doesn't get pushed too fast. I think it's going to be really hard for anybody to beat the 7.
I had Dresden Row on top, Oldie. I mean, we looked at this race on Thursday. I mean, won 5 of the last 6. We'll have
beat
to
Paramount Prince 2 back too.
Yeah, and that was the 73 or the 72 grade 2 or grade 3. Sorry, Ontario Derby came back as an easier race, but gets back to runs 9 furlongs again. But I wasn't a fan really of the 12 either. I was with you there, but I did think maybe a horse like the 10 could run underneath. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for being here. But yeah, I like the price at 5-1 on the 11. I think really fits versus this group. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the one underneath. If you remember correctly, we disagree. That's where we disagreed. But I think,
Storm.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I mean,
no,
I can see that horse underneath,
Yeah.
no, for sure, but not on top for me. But I think because the pace probably gonna have a little bit of pace to close into.
for sure. For
But
sure. And
the 11, if you and I both aren't really a fan of Paramount Brits here, you get a good price on the 11 at 11-1 or 5-1.
yeah, I will say some of the other speed scratched out of here. Never Surprised. I don't know if Never Surprised is fast enough to go with Paramount Prince.
Wants turf all day.
Yes.
First time this horse has been on a synthetic track.
And this is a Rapoli horse. And getting a jockey I'm not familiar with in Austin Adams.
Austin Adams, my gosh.
Let's see, Austin Adams and Kevin Attard, 33%. I mean,
did you play your daily double at Del Mar? Keep going, Oldie. Your one horse is 7-1, and they just went.
All right, keep an eye on that.
Barrios trying to get the lead. He's trying so hard. He got it. The 9 out there gonna press though.
I want to make a quick correction here with what I had said earlier. They do pay 5 out of 6 at Gulfstream. That is the pick 6 payout there for 20 cents for 5 out of 6, $2,087.02. So they do pay 5 out of 6 on non-mandatory days. So
come on, Barrios, get this horse up for Billy. Come on, hang on, get up 1, get up. Here come the fave, the 10. Get up 1, get up. Oh, got it, man. I hope you played that, Billy.
Yeah, I do too, Billy. Hope we didn't talk you out of that one or the price didn't scare you off.
I ended up tailing. I played a daily double there for I think like $4 or $6.
As luck would have it, we have a slight delay at Woodbine.
Looks like more than slight because the horses haven't even been saddled yet.
Nope. I think slight is going to turn into a little bit more.
Hopefully it's not a weather delay at Remington.
You got 7-1 on that one horse, Billy. Wow.
Congrats, buddy.
That's Sir Scrat said there's a 1 million guarantee high five tonight at the Woodbine Standard Bred. Yeah. Where can I find somewhere to handicap Standard Bred, Sir Scrat?
Just go to the Woodbine site, Justin. They have all the.
Well, ask Marco. Doesn't Marco do Standard Bred?
He does, but he's not monkeying around with a super high five. You want to talk about complicated stuff? That's not in his wheelhouse. So we've literally got nothing else to talk about here other than Delta Downs race 1.
Let's talk about
Billy. Go ahead.
Let's talk about the fact that the people at Remington can't watch a weather forecast.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about Remington. You and I talked about this the other day. Justin, what do you think percentage-wise Remington's handle is down this year over last year?
Gross.
Well, why? But I don't even know why is it down so much.
Just because they don't advertise it, they don't promote it. It's not on any of the other websites. They're down 34% in handle. Their
Well-
purses are up 13%, and their handle is down 34%.
Huh. I wouldn't have ever guessed that because I mean, you know me, and I actually think Remington put together a pretty good betting product most of the time, especially in quarter horse. But thoroughbred, so you know.
Well, they do way more handle on thoroughbred than they do quarter horse for sure.
No, I mean that makes sense. I mean, I get that. Yeah. Yeah.
The problem is that they like Oldie said, they can't read a weather forecast, and they card races on the turf, and they know it's going to rain, and then they end up canceling, and you do that over and over to your customers, and people just lose interest over time.
Yeah,
I don't remember if it was Wednesday or Thursday night. They canceled race 5. Okay, instead of 21 minutes between races, you know this weather's coming. 10 minutes between races, you get your entire card in.
Yeah.
You get your entire card in, you get all the betting in. And it's at least the 4th time I've seen them cancel this year due to weather, where it happened later in the card and they could have moved post times up. And it wasn't like it was a surprise. It was in the forecast. And it's just
heavy forecast.
Wait,
a little
so are they
foresighted.
not on the turf then tonight? Is that what we're saying?
Well, this was the other day Ole was talking about. They were going to be on the turf. We knew it was raining the race before. The race before that, the turf race came up. Everybody went to the paddock. They unsaddled the horses and canceled, and that was the end of that, which was fine with me because I did what Oldie did on that Saratoga card, and I had all the horses in those last 2 legs for not a lot of money, and I hit it like I think 112 times. It didn't pay much, but when you hit it 112 times, you end up making money on it. So you just have to kind of read the tea leaves there and do what you know they're going to do. But I don't know, guys. They're still circling around, slight delay. We have no idea what the delay is. They're not telling us.
Yeah, will you pull up the video real quick then at Woodbine? What are they? I mean, no, you're fine. I mean, this was the last stakes race. Did they? Well, I was gonna say, did they just scratch the 6 and 8? But I don't think so.
No, they're circling around. I don't have audio on. Well, I can turn audio on, but audio's on, but they're not saying anything. I have no idea what is going on, but
yeah, I could look and see if there's anything on the Woodbine Twitter account about it.
Billy, you ended up getting 15 to 1 on. We remember when we looked at that daily double, it was only like 18 to 1, but it did go up all the way. It paid 15 to 1.
Yep.
He just dropped something. Was that guy smoking a ticket or smoking a cigarette walking that horse? I swear that guy had a cigarette in his mouth. Oh my God. I don't know. It might have been something
from the stewards that track management has decided that the remainder of the program has been cancelled due to unsafe track condition. Due to that safety issue, the rest of the program has been.
I wonder if it would remember the last race that horse went flying.
We apologize.
Yeah,
the delay, but the stewards
that's not good.
Word from track management that the
is that jockey okay?
Is officially.
I mean, the horse. I'm assuming is not okay either. But, well. That's never a great way to end the show, but it is a good way to end the show when Billy in the chat gave out a 15 to 1 daily double.
Yeah, absolutely.
Congrats, Billy.
All right, guys. Weekend preview show coming up. I believe the Road to the NHC will be back on Friday with Scotty and David Harrison, and we will be back with you next Saturday for the stretch run. Thank you all for joining. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and good luck with the rest of your wagers tonight and tomorrow.
And guys, we should get Scotty the rights to On the Road Again for the theme of Road to the NHC.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not going to want to pay for that, but sure. We could do that.
We'll get Willie to give it to us for free.
Justin, you're gonna go do some shopping, I understand. About that time.
Yeah, I think I need to go to Nordstrom and return some stuff. But I'm gonna watch the Huskies later. I hope they beat Penn State. So
I
at
do
least
too.
make it a close
Yeah.
game. It'll be a fun game to watch. Gonna go hang out, relax. Thanks everybody for being here. It's been a pleasure, Chris. Soldy, always love it.
Yeah, lots of fun, guys.
All right,
Lots of
guys.
fun.
Thank you all for joining. Have a great rest of your Saturday night and weekend. We will see you all next week.
Bye. All.